Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for two things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
What up, though, Detroiters? Wake up, Woodward!
Friday, let's go.
Y'all know I'm here to do work today. I got my Dunder Mifflin shirt on, man.
Trying to get that paper.
Trying to get that Hey, I see what you did there. Welcome to the show, chat family. As always, you guys play such a big part in this show. And I'm telling you guys, it's a jam-packed show this morning for you all. Hit that like button, chat family. And the phone lines, as always, are open. 313-552-6322.
Today's the day. We want the chat involved a lot. We got a really basic rundown. You know, we're going to talk NFL Combine. We're going to talk Pistons. Kool Aid was at practice yesterday. We're going to review the Wings last night a little bit. We're going to touch on just about everything, but we want you guys to call in, come in with topics. KG has a new segment we're debuting today. We just want to have a good time here with you guys on this beautiful Friday in Detroit.
Yes, sir.
/ Birmingham.
Hey, it's good to have you back, KG.
Hey, man,
Same
it's good
thing,
to be back. I heard Broder learned what yams was yesterday.
Yeah, we said we were going to have the culture day today, so you can go in detail for him on that.
Got the itis, baby. Got that itis.
How do I explain this?
He was eating some yams and got the itis, he
Yams
said.
is a woman who's...
I mean, we still got the video if you want me to show it.
Oh, well, I saw the video. I mean, it's all
plastic. Just go ahead and
plastic.
show it for the people who didn't see it yet. You know,
Go
the
ahead
chat
and show
family...
it. Okay.
You know, joining the chat today.
This is Tyreek Hill's, one of his
Not bad.
baby mamas. So those are yams?
Not bad.
No.
So,
That's the
is
woman that
a...
got in the got hurt by Tyreek Hill.
Because of her yams.
Maybe.
Are yams and
maybe.
cheeks the same?
Kinda. So
Okay.
yams are... It's a woman whose body proportions are bountiful. We'll say that.
There we go. That was very well.
That's perfect.
That's
I
the
like
most
that.
PG answer I could give. So.
Hey, man, Professor Culture over there.
Thank you.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. And you know what, man?
Yams.
I'm sitting here looking at all these people driving down Woodward. Did you guys know that we were ranked third worst drivers
Yeah.
in the
Third?
country?
It makes
Really?
sense.
Third.
It makes a lot of sense. There's a
Third.
lot of bad drivers in the state.
You know what? After my accident in November, I gotta kind of go with that as well,
Bro.
man. Sheesh.
Bro, you're part of that stat.
Yeah, the
Goodness.
road rage is horrible here. Like, I don't blame them. We are one of the worst driving states.
The road rage. What have you dealt with, KG?
Man, you know these people be crazy on the road. I'd have got flipped off. I'd have got everything but a gun pulled on me. Seriously. So.
I can't stop thinking about sweet potato pie. I have a whole new vision in my head.
Why
of
y'all
what,
teach him yams, man?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's going to be saying this now.
Yes. Let's get around the city, man.
Bounce. Let's bounce around the city, baby.
Yeah.
It's 8:05.
Yeah.
It's 8:05 yet? 8:04.
Man, oh man, oh man.
You guys know what you're in store for today.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out JB real
I
quick.
don't
Did
think
we
you
already
do.
say hi to JB?
JB, what up, though,
Jay
man? I like that
You're
jersey
deflecting.
too, brother.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Oh crap, I'm here. Hit the wrong button. Hey, yeah, this is my Rockers jersey. Shout out to the Motor
Nice.
City Rockers. They hooked me up with my own personal jersey, so I
Come
thought
on,
that
can we
was
see what
cool.
you look like from behind? Pause.
Whoa, big pause.
Man,
Damn, we 4 minutes in.
Fast forward down the field.
God.
Oh, my God.
I'm on. That's right, Brian
know
Root.
it's a
That's
Friday.
right, John effing Lord.
You know
Thank
it's a
you,
Friday.
everyone, for showing up today, tuning in. Shift God, Eduardo O'Neill. Who's up there at the top? Oh, Phil, Eduardo, John effing the crew. Anakin Skyogre. Let's go. Happy Friday.
go.
JZJ, his son James, had his 4-year-old 4th birthday earlier the week. Let's do this, baby. Take us around the city, Kool Aid.
I will. And you guys, you may see down here again for the second day in a row, and it's going to stay there. We cover the 4 pro major teams, and now the 5th, man. We're going to definitely get out to some games this year. It's going to be fun. But you know what? The Red Wings, they lose last night 5-3 to the Islanders at LCA. Their next game is Saturday versus the Panthers at LCA as well. And you know what? I'm not gonna crap on it. We always know that the streak was going to come to an end at some point in time, but now it's time for them to start another one. They've done good to be able to kind of climb up out of that second wild card into the first and put themselves in a position to be firmly entrenched in the playoffs as well. So
100%. You can't. This great stretch that they've been on, they deserve one game to play like cheeks. They walk out with an L, but Saturday is going to be a difficult game. Florida Panthers are good. They just made a trade to help improve their team, so it's a big one. Now the key is avoiding losing streaks.
Yeah.
We made the run. We pulled away a little bit from Toronto. It's time now to keep the energy going. Even a loss, let's come back with a W on Saturday.
You said that they played like yams last night?
Yeah.
Not the right content.
I did.
This is why you don't teach him this.
I just got to say, you know who's the cause of this winning streak, right?
Who?
The Lions?
These guys.
Let's go, baby.
J-Mo, Hutch, and Ben Johnson.
It's big facts.
Let's go.
You see that? We can probably credit the Lions for a good 6 to 8 points this year. That's Derek Lalonde, the Detroit Red Wings head coach.
He has a bat signal up for Dan Campbell, too.
Right. We've got to hold off till the playoffs. But look at that. J-Mo rings the horn. Detroit defeats Pittsburgh 6-3. Aiden Hutchinson is there. They defeat them 8-3. Defeat Washington, and then Ben Johnson. That's the one where they scored like 3 goals in the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
They beat St. Louis 6-1. Let's keep it rolling.
You know who else deserves to be up there on that graphic too, though?
Us.
Wake up, Woodward and D-Mac.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
Let's go. You guys remember that Red Wings Avs game as well. You know what? It's still going to be positive vibes. This is a team that is winning. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Pistons as well. A team that isn't winning yet, but they're trending in the right direction, actually, since the trade deadline.
All next segment.
Yeah.
We get to talk to Kool Aid about the Pistons. We got a
time
little
at practice.
momentum they're about to build, and I feel it. I feel it in your bones.
Yeah, man. Fast forward.
Yeah. By the way, shout out Mike Reed. Your daughter's 4th birthday was Wednesday. Happy birthday, little
Happy
Reed.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. The Tigers, spring training, they lost 5-2 to Boston Red Sox. As always, I'm going to always ask you this, even though it's a spring training. Anything to take away from this game?
Actually, a little bit.
Ooh.
A little bit. They lost, so it was 5-2. You look at the stats, it doesn't look as pretty. But Reese Olson, at 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned run, 3 Ks. Not like an absurdly great stat line, but AJ Hinch said after the game he was pleased with what Reese Olson looked like. He just wanted to see him throw strikes. Wanted to see, and this is what a lot of coaches, a lot of managers, I should say, and pitching coaches look for out of their young pitchers coming into spring training. Just at the beginning, can you get back to throwing strikes? Can you get in a rhythm up there? They'll develop the off-speed pitches and their routine on the mound, but can you throw strikes? Reese Olson did that after a tough first outing. Also, relief pitcher Wilmer Flores, one of the young guys coming up the ranks. He joined what they call the 99-mile-per-hour club. He was throwing heat. Nice. Off the mound. And then he had a couple hits from some of their young players. Center fielder Akil Baddoo had one. Ryan Kreidler, shortstop. Left fielder Justin Henry Malloy. And third baseman Jace Young each had a hit. So a loss to the Red Sox. They were 3-1 in spring training thus far. But there were some good things to take away from this game.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? 500.
Let's go.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I think that they have a good shot at being able to make some noise in this AL Central. I really hope they do. It'll definitely put a nice bow on what I'm hoping to be as a good summer here in Detroit.
100%.
Man, Michigan basketball.
This will be a quick one.
Goodness gracious.
This will be a quick one.
Here.
Bro, 30-point loss to Rutgers of all teams.
Yeah, Rutgers is 15-13 on the season. They're not a good team. Michigan lost by 30. 82 to 52.
Yeah.
When I turned it on yesterday, I believe it was like 50-something to 20. They were in the 20s. It was a mess all game long. Michigan's 8-21 on the season.
I thought you were about to say, when I turned it on, I turned it off.
I did. I saw the score, and I was like, there's nothing to watch here.
Right.
Doug McDaniel led the team with, I think it was 15 points, 13 points.
Yeah.
They're toast. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, toast.
You know what? I do got to ask this one question, man. Do you have any hope in this basketball program moving forward? Like, we're going to talk about some of the trends we see with the Pistons. We know that this has been a team that's been just as bad, but you're starting to see some positive trends and numbers back that up. Do you see anything?
I don't. And I can't admit that I've been following them like super closely, but I've been waiting to see something, show some signs of life, whether it's in a game, whether it's on the recruiting trail, whether it's in NIL, something. Juwan Howard hasn't shown up. The players haven't played that great. I don't know. It seems like it all should work. Like, I love Phil Martelli as an associate head coach. Juwan Howard's when he came, it seemed like a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Nothing is working. They're not recruiting. They're losing guys because they don't have NIL money that they want to shell out. I don't know what the next step in this program is, KG.
I mean, and to your point about recruiting, who's going to want to come here to this mess?
Right.
It's looking bad. They stopped the Caleb Love move earlier this year. I just don't see no hope for this program, man. It's looking pretty bad, man. I think Sam's right.
It should be a place where everyone wants to come play basketball.
Exactly.
Compete with the Michigan States. Compete at the top of the Big Ten. It ain't happening. It hasn't happened in a while. And it doesn't look to be happening anytime soon. And what does Neil say? I said 8 for effect.
That's unfortunate, man. But MSU basketball, next game Saturday night at number 2 ranked Purdue.
They're Michigan State basketball. They're a team that does have postseason hopes. They're trying to keep their an at-large bid or a regular bid alive in March Madness. They need a couple wins here at the end of the season, maybe a few in the Big Ten tournament to solidify their spot in the NCAA tournament. So it's a big one for them, at least showing that they can hang with number 2 Purdue.
Yep, but you know what? Pistons have a home game tonight against the Cavs. We will talk more about that. But we do have a basketball team here who is actually performing pretty well.
Yes, voiced by the Neil Rule.
By the president. We salute thee.
Oakland University Grizzlies tomorrow night at 6 p.m. The Oakland University men's basketball team has a chance to secure the outright Horizon League title, or secure the Horizon League title outright at the Arena. They play Detroit, the Detroit Titans. The Wake Up Woodward crew is going to be there.
Let's go.
We're coming.
Will, man, the whole crew, credential, we're going to be there getting any type of interaction we can, engagement with the fans, as well as hopefully taking in what's going to be a really good basketball game.
Yes.
At least I know that they're going to be voiced very well by the Golden Voice.
100%. That's the one downside of being there. We don't get to hear him.
Yeah.
But, hey, we'll bring the energy. We'll help that team take that title. I love the Arena. Greg Campy's a historic head coach here in the state of Michigan. I'm excited. This is gonna be my first Oakland game of the year. Hopefully, can bring them some good luck.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it, and also getting out there with the boys, with the crew, with the Wake Up Woodward family. It's going to be a fun time. It is.
I'm excied. This next segment. Oh, shoot. I got Terry in my head now. Like, tease it. We're talking Pistons. Screw it. Kool Aid was at practice yesterday, asked questions to Isaiah Stewart, Monty Williams, a couple different players. We're going to show some clips, or we're going to talk to Kool Aid, get a little sense of this last stretch of the season, these Pistons moving forward. So come on back. Call in. What's that phone number again?
313-552-6322.
Yup. Get your questions in. If you have mailbag questions for the end of the day, get them in the chat now.
Yeah.
JB's going to save them in the new little queue we got going on. And we really do want to interact with you a lot today. We don't have a lot of notes in our rundown, so let's chop it up with you. We just got through around the city, so now I'm looking down at the chat. Let's move on. Let's get to break. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. We're going to come back. We're going to see some Pistons practice clips. Planet Fitness is home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, they got a squeaky clean gym. And yes, I belong to Planet Fitness, and their gyms are always so clean. That's my favorite part about it, especially after COVID. I just need to have a nice, clean gym to work out in. I need my space, and they provide it to me. They got hydro massage beds, tanning beds, massage chairs. They got everything. You can get it all for $10 a month. That's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy.
The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and you offer more products to more people. Guess what? That's what Les Stanford did when they added Les Stanford Buick GMC. They still offer the same great service that their customers have come to know and trust, so check them out on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile Road. Also, check Les Stanford out in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
Let's drive right down Woodward. What up, though, Detroit? It is Wake Up Woodward. Thank you all for starting your day off with us. We appreciate it all the time. All of the support, all of the interaction, all the engagement, all the laughs, all of that, man. Need you guys to get those mailbag questions in as well. Please. Smash that like button as always. Encourage a friend to do so as well. The phone lines are open. 313-552-6322.
Shout out Shift God in the chat. Shout out Mike G. Big Con 51. Chef Talks NFL. Gromit 237. We got some OGs in here. We got some great new members of the chat. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you all.
I just want to remind you guys, I know the Pistons have been having a difficult season, but we are lucky enough to be joined by Woodward Sports Network's credential beat writer and reporter Kool Aid, who has some exclusive access to this team. You've seen them over the last 2 years. You've seen some struggles, but you've seen them start to do some things recently also that maybe give you a little bit of hope. Talk to me a little bit just about the vibe, the aura, as the kids are saying these days, at practice yesterday.
Yeah, listen, man, being able to kind of talk to Monty Williams, who seems to be at a little bit more ease with this current construction of the roster, and it's only been 8 games since the trade deadline, but he seems to really like kind of the fit of these guys, and more so the hustle and the defense. And it's just by the eye test, you look at this team and you could tell they're hustling a little bit more. They're doing things that look a little bit more like the identity of Detroiters, and that's what you want to see. Obviously, wins is what you want to see most importantly. But as it relates to being able to get this team there are steps in that, man. And I have noticed some things here. I was able to kind of talk to Isaiah Stewart about that as well.
I'm excited to hear that.
About what the new guys have kind of brought to the table and if it has reinvigorated them. And I got some stats that prove this, not just from the team overall, but even Cade Cunningham. You want to talk about a reinvigoration of a player. This guy, and I'll tease one of the stats, has jumped from his offensive efficiency before the trade deadline, fast forward, right? He was in the bottom 350. Now he's in the top 50 since the trade deadline.
Nice.
That's crazy, but we're going to talk about it. But first, let's get this question in to Isaiah Stewart.
I know you guys got a lot of new players at the trade deadline, but with that, it seemed like an improvement in hustle and defense. What's been your thoughts on what the new guys have brought, as well as some type of reinvigoration for you all?
Oh yeah, it's been great. Like I said, I feel like the new guys, they're all playing hard. They're cheering for one another, which is important, and having everybody, be happy for one another and just hooping. Just going out there, playing defense. I love how the new guys you got are, trying to hang their hats on the defensive end, and obviously with offense that will come. But I feel like defensively, the guys we got, definitely sticking their nose in there and getting dirty.
Love that question, Kool Aid. And while some people might think, why do you have to ask professional athletes about hustle and doing the little things, the things that maybe don't show up in a stat book? To me, as a more casual fan this year, you got the exclusive look. What I noticed from a young team earlier in the season when they couldn't buy a win was they weren't hustling. They weren't out hustling the other team, I should say. They weren't winning those 50-50 balls. And those you can be a bad team, but you can't let that happen if you're younger, more energized. This team had too much hope to be the less energized team. So I love to hear that. What was your takeaway from what Beef Stew had to say back to you?
I think one of the most key statements or phrases in that is, I love how the new guys, when you hear that, he's already talking about and putting a differentiation between the players that were here before and the players that are here now. And what was the biggest difference? The veterans. You look at what Bojan's doing. You look at what Alec Burks is doing. New York Knicks fans, they're like, yo, do these guys play any type of defense right now?
Are they pissed?
They're pissed.
Wow.
They think that they got a little bit fleeced, man, because, you're paying Bojan Bogdanovic not just this year, but next year, $20 million. He's still in the books for next season. Alec Burks was a player that they thought, hey, he was here before. Maybe we can re-sign him. I don't think that that's going to be the case. He's averaging under 10 points per game, and the defense is looking very, very shoddy. They got rid of a lot of the veterans, a lot of the people that Monty Williams in a lineup would love to be able to rely on, and now they brought in guys like Simone Fontecchio, who's played fabulous. You want to talk about swapping out a Knox, swapping out a Bojan Bogdanovic, swapping out an Alec Burks, and really giving those minutes to Simone Fontecchio. He's just been way more efficient. He's played a lot better defense, and he's shot the ball. He shot the lights out the ball, man, from behind the arc. And those are the types of things. When you look at Beef Stew, there were other questions asked to him as well about, do you kind of like the way that the NBA is being called right now? He's like, you know what, if they're going to let us play physical, of course I do. And he believes it has a lot to do with the players that they have right now that makes him more confident in that. And look, to take a page out of Mr. Sam Flannel Reynolds' books here, I do got some stats to back up that the Detroit Pistons are taking a step forward, man. Steals per game is up from 5.8 to 7.1 per game. That's last in the NBA to number 22 in the NBA since the trade deadline. Since the trade deadline versus the beginning of the season up until February 8th, the rebounds per game were 43.2 up to 45.8. That's number 16 in the league up to number 5 in the NBA.
Nice.
The defensive rating, and I wrote an article about this. What's the difference between where the Orlando Magic are right now with their rebuild, relying on young players, and the Detroit Pistons? Their offensive ratings are largely the same, but the defensive rating, the Pistons were dead last in defensive rating at 122 per game. Sheesh. Do you guys know where they are right now, or where you think they rank in the NBA since the trade deadline?
Probably like 24th, 25th.
They rank 16th in the NBA right now since the trade deadline and defensive rating. They're down to 114.8, which is similar to what the Orlando Magic have. If they started the year like this, you're looking at a much better team.
Yeah.
Their field goal percentage, their field goals attempted, they've gone from 17th in the NBA to 5 in the NBA, which means they're getting up a few more shots per game, which is increasing their pace. And what I really liked is, these new players, not only did they help to improve what Detroit's doing on the defensive end, hustling, getting the steals, getting out on fast breaks. They look to be a faster team. They look to be more just fundamentally sound defensively. Not only did that help the defense overall, but Cade Cunningham.
Talk to me.
Since the trade deadline, and I'm telling you guys, Cade is him. His offensive rating has gone from 107.8, which was number 385 in the league, to now 120.2 offensive rating, which is number 47th in the NBA.
That's a big
jump. This man has had over 340 spot jump in his offensive rating since they've given this man a little bit better shooters, a little bit better defenders. He doesn't have to do as much. His usage rate, we kept saying he cannot be at a 30.0 usage rate. You need to get that down really to like 23 to 25. It is coming down now. He's at 28. It's dropped a couple points. Field goal percentage from 44% per game up to 55% per game since the trade deadline. 3-point percentage, 33.9 up to 46.2, and his rebounds jumped up about 1.5 as well. You're looking at a absolute kind of renaissance as it relates to how this team is playing. And when you look at their record over the last 8, it stinks that they're 2-6 in the last 8, because 2 of those losses could have easily been wins. When you look at the New York Knicks game and when you look at the Orlando Magic game, they could be 500. And you know who they've largely played? Playoff teams. The Phoenix Suns, the LA Lakers, the LA Clippers, the New York Knicks, the Orlando Magic, the Portland Trail Blazers. These are the teams that they've played over this stretch of games in which, realistically, if things were called the right way, you're looking at a team that's been 500 since the trade deadline. And all of the numbers are trending towards the Detroit Pistons, realistically, finally, at least at a foundational basis, doing the things that have always been the underpinnings for a successful Detroit Pistons team. It should give you a little bit more hope as it relates to where this thing is going. Now, I get it. People want to see a little bit better out of the rotations from Monty Williams. People want to see better out of Troy Weaver. He's not resolved from criticism here. Yeah. You waited this long to be able to bring in the right types of players to surround these guys. This should have been from the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. That's just point blank,
and
period.
It's still not complete.
Yeah, what you talking about,
and it's still
brother?
not complete.
Yeah, it's not. They got some steps to take. They have some serious steps to take, and I don't believe it's on the players any longer. When you see kind of your star, your leader in Cade Cunningham respond very favorably to the moves that have happened, it's not because now all of a sudden he say, okay, let me play. No, his usage was up to 30. Yeah. He was playing. He had the ball in his hands, but when the whole entire defense says we can crash on this guy because we don't trust anybody else on his roster, then that's a problem that front office has to fix and they have to solve. And going into the next season, don't rest on your laurels. We want to see these players take a step forward in their development, but go out there and grab a couple players that you know can contribute on both ends of the floor. The guys that they traded out, you look at their defensive efficiency, it is trash compared to what they have right now. I don't know what they were looking at prior because all this stuff you can easily look up. You can easily look up. I don't know if they just thought, hey, in an offensive league, we're going to go out there and have a better offense than other teams. We'll get Boyan, Alec Burks, get some of these guys that can shoot some threes. This is Detroit, baby. That has never been how it's done. And you look at this. They made a move to improve the defense, and their offensive efficiency improved as well.
Isn't that a weird concept?
It's a weird concept,
and like you said, this isn't the finished product. This isn't the team that's going to be in the playoffs one day. But this is the foundation. Some of these players they brought in are just resetting almost the floor where they're building that culture. I'm not going to compare it to the Lions quite yet. Like that takes some time, but just in terms of developing that type of culture, that gritty mentality, that going to work Pistons mentality, even if they're not on your roster next year, you at least need those guys like Fettuccine, like Simone Fontecchio, who can play 3 and D. Not just 3. You got to have a D.
And Simone is confident. Fast forward, boy. Simone Fontecchio and Quentin Grimes, these are two guys that are highly confident. You see them kind of walking around the gym, and you can tell these guys want to help bring this team to winning. They feel like they're wanted now. The New York Knicks kind of shelved Quentin Grimes. The Utah Jazz, in his RFA year, his restricted free agency year, just say, hey, we're not bringing you back. He's saying he wants to put down roots here. And that's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear about the guys that are here. Not only do they want to be here, but they want to do it the way that Detroit does it as well. A couple other things. I think we got the video of Asar Thompson we could play as well.
Would love to see that.
He's trying to expand his game right now. I believe, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, if you want to get the best out of Asar Thompson, your number 5 draft pick, you got to get him busy in the mid-range. Earlier in the season, his shot did not look as good. It looked a lot more line drive. He has a little bit more arc to it now. He's a lot more consistent, even in practice as well. And honestly, I'm telling you guys, in the beginning of the season, it was all three-point shooting. Now they're getting him out and doing a little bit more dribble drive moves, mid-range moves. You know his pet move is when he kind of puts his back to the basket in the mid-range and he does a little turnaround. He seems to be really, really comfortable with that. But these are the types of things that he was going through yesterday. And it's really, honestly, a good thing to see.
Yeah, I love seeing him develop the mid-range. And, of course, over time in the long run, we want to see him improve his three-point shooting. But in this year one, let's just see him get comfortable making some baskets, seeing the ball go through the hoop. We've been talking football for so long over the last couple months, but you think about the difference in the levels that having a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta in the middle, needing that deep threat from Jamison Williams or any deep threat, just to spread out the field. It keeps them honest in the middle. If you need the same thing in basketball too. You need someone to control the mid-range or at least be a threat, especially someone like Asar Thompson, who's such a good cutter. He's so athletic. If he can cut, if he's just going to go to the hole every single time, you can prepare for that. You know what's coming. But if you have to worry about him catching and shooting just from the free throw line, that's one extra split second that you got to take to think. Maybe that's a flinch forward from a defender that allows him to get to the basket, or he starts making that shot at the elbow. I love to see it.
Yeah, because what it does is, especially if you can be efficient with that shot, and trust me, the mid-range shot is probably the least efficient shot to take in all of basketball.
It's a lost start, man.
Yeah, but it's a start for him, especially if that's where he's comfortable at. And when you get him into the middle, I think his eyes actually get more big about getting to the rack. And one thing that I've heard make a return kind of to the media availability from Monty Williams is now he's talking more and more about the 0.5 second offense. it was more difficult for them to do that with guys like Bojan Bogdanovic, Alec Burks. Kevin Knox was pretty decent at it, but now that you can rely on these young players who actually have the athleticism, they have the speed, they have the desire, they have the legs, they can actually run this offense a lot better, and we're seeing that improvement.
Explain, because we touch on all the sports, and some people are basketball experts in the chat. Some, maybe this is new to them. Explain briefly, what is that offense you're talking about, or Monty Williams' philosophy?
Yeah, the 0.5-second offense was supposed to be an offense where you make up your mind or your decision, even before you get the ball, because you know the play. You know that you're going to pass, dribble, or shoot. Decide to do one of those things within 0.5 seconds and get into it. But you have to have kind of highly efficient players. You have to have players that have the skill set. You have to have players that are fast. You have to have players that can dribble the ball. You have to have players that are athletic. And when you look at kind of the previous iteration of the Pistons, they just were not skilled enough. Now they have guys on this roster that have been drafted within the last 1 to 4 years. That's about it. All the veterans are gone off this team. 1 to 4, 1 to 5 years. That's this entire team. And these guys are hungry. This is what we wanted to see to start the season. And I do believe that the veterans on this squad actually crippled them to start this year. Especially when Monty Williams, when you know that's what he wants to play, but it didn't necessarily mesh with the style of offense. When he brought the 0.5-second offense to the Phoenix Suns, it actually dropped Devin Booker's usage rate, but it improved all of his other stats, similar to what we're seeing out of Cade Cunningham now that they have the right types of players to fit that offensive system.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Did you have any other clips to play or anything to talk? Or since you were just talking about, is it you in 0.5 seconds you want to pass, shoot, or dribble? What's that called in basketball?
Triple threat.
Triple threat.
I see it up there. Broder, man.
Real talk, though.
With it, bro.
Triple threat. It literally in basketball means when you get the ball, you want it in position where you one move, you can either dribble, you can shoot, or you can pass. So you want to catch it, put it right here in, some say your pocket, some say your elbow. Everyone has their philosophy, but it allows you to do one of the three things. So that's kind of a lead into our next segment, which is a brand new segment from Mr. KG in the sound booth.
I got high hopes for this segment, too.
This is fun. We have no we have no idea what he's about to throw at us, except for one hint of one question. So we'll see. KG's going to introduce it next. But until then, I'm going to tell you about Dispo.
That's what
I'm going to tell you about Dispo. If you're hungry, you want some munchies, you go to Dispo. You get your medical, you get your recreational, whatever you need. They got exclusive deals and an experience that is unlike any other. They got fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. Save the date for 4/20 at Dispo Dispensary. They're putting on epic events at all locations, so stay tuned for more details. That's Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. Thank you guys for kicking off your morning with us. The sun is shining. I know we got a little bit warmer weather on the way. I can't wait for that because that going from 70 down to like 30, it was like that's so Michigan, right?
Yeah.
That's going to have to be a segment as well.
That's
man.
so Michigan.
That's so Michigan. We definitely
I like that.
So
but shout out to the chat family as well, man. You guys continue to hit that like button. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you guys being here as well. The phone lines are open 313-552-6322. I gotta read some of these chats.
Let's hear
some
it.
of these comments, man, because a lot of these people, I think that they're looking forward to Triple Threat. They got basketball in the brain. Let me see here. Who said this? Oh, Mike G. Can JB defend Ken in the post?
I don't know. It's a good question. I got a little post game about me, so I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I got the post game. I got the shot. I got the Steph Curry shot,
Ooh.
but not the post
Okay.
game.
He said I'm Steph Curry with the shot, boy. I like that.
From deep.
Mike G, we talking about the triple threat I dribble after 3 Long Islands.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? John F. Lord, KG.
Hey,
Mike
shout
G,
out.
JB is a triple threat at the club.
I can see that.
He's over there silent.
No comment.
But let's get to this phone line, this phone call real quick, man. Who we got on the line?
Yeah,
KG?
we got the homie Eduardo O'Neal on the line. You on Wake Up Woodward?
What up, though?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, you're a little staticky, man. Hold on. All right, let's try it one more time. Eduardo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got the call back. It's just a little staticky, man.
Give us a call back. I know KG is going to introduce this next segment, so bear with us on the phone. But Eduardo, give us a call right back.
Yes, sir.
KG, if you want to kick this off, maybe before we'll take Eduardo in between or at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so,
make sure you get your graphic up there.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
name is
you're
on there,
right.
bro.
You're right.
Your name's
You're right.
on there.
So the name of the game is Triple Threat, y'all, and it's pretty simple. It's 3 words. I'm gonna present 6 questions, and in 3 words, you'll describe, what you feel about it, and then you'll give a short explanation as to why. For example, if I asked, what is your feelings as in regards to the Green Bay Packers GM's comments earlier in the week, I would say hang the banners as my response.
Oh,
so so we'll do something like that. Y'all got it? Y'all ready?
So just 3 words. We have to limit it to 3 words only.
Yes, and then you can explain why you said those 3 words.
Okay.
All right, and everybody in the chat, drop your 3 words. We'll read some of them off. But the first question: how can the Pistons turn things around next season? Broder, I'm going to you first.
All right, and while we answer this, can you throw some music on in the background?
Yeah, I got you.
Little beat. So the question was again: how can the Pistons
turn things around next season? In 3 words.
Get better players.
All right.
That's actually kind of me. Get better. I think they need to fill out this roster in a better way around Cade Cunningham, around Jaden Ivey. And I love the moves that they made for every reason Kool Aid was talking about. But the team as is, it can't compete to make a playoff run. So there's still more that needs to be done.
Kool Aid, what about you?
Defense.
Okay.
That's it right there, man. That's going to be what has this team in a position to be able to win next season.
Defense.
Yeah.
Mike G says re-sign Hooper now.
I'm with that too. JB, what you feeling, man?
Free agency, please.
Please. You're not going to get a big free agent?
Please, just look. I don't know how much money the Pistons have this year for the free agency, but please look to bring in players who actually want to be here, who actually want to play here as well too, and get some star names. Like, hey, this team is not going to go anywhere if you're sitting here trying to get people like, I don't know, KCP back over here. Like, this team is not going to go anywhere. So please, free agency.
No more KCP, man.
Yeah,
I love KCP. That's dead. But
and hold on. Let me read a couple of the chat that they put theirs in. Mike G said, "Get lottery luck." Dante 151, stay the course. So he must like what they've been since the trade deadline.
Stay the course.
John F. Lord, defense. Eduardo O'Neal, more floor spacing. Jeff, better defense, yo.
Hey, Diz 411, have an exorcism. Shift God.
Oh, God.
Get Brandon Ingram. Ryan Richards,
You know
drop
what?
the bag.
That would be nice.
You know what? And that's a name. That's a team. Let me just say that. Not a name. I've heard the Pelicans as a team that the Detroit Pistons could do something with. sometime between now and the end of free agency.
Bring Bone Thugs and
Well,
Harmony
not
back.
now, but yeah, by the end of free agency.
I like that.
Yeah,
Number
I would
one.
absolutely love that. Me, it's get better vets. To me, if you keep putting the right vets around this team, they got rid of some of the older vets that weren't really contributing that much.
Yeah.
You get the right vets in here with this young core, I think they'll be able to take off and move this thing along further. So
all these answers were on point.
These are
too.
fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The next question. What is a key thing the Red Wings need to do to possibly contend in the playoffs? In 3 words.
Ooh.
I'll ask again. What is a key thing the Red Wings need to do to possibly contend in the playoffs? Broder.
I'm gonna say defend home ice.
Okay.
When they come to Little Caesars Arena,
It's got to be hockey time.
it's got to be hockey time. This is where, whether they win the Stanley Cup or not, this is the season that they prove hockey town, I'll say, is back. To me, it never left, but it's back at Little Caesars Arena. That's got to be a home ice advantage.
All right. Kool Aid. What about you, man?
You know what? Hot goalie play.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what? I want to see Alex Lyon and Cole standing on your heads in the playoffs, man. We already know a hot goalie can take this team a long way.
JB.
Wake up, Woodward.
Let's go!
Hey, we brought the luck when we showed up at LCA, and you know what? The Wings came back and won. So you know they need to bring all of us back once again for this playoff push. And I guarantee you, we're gonna get some wins out of it.
That's facts.
Wake up, Woodward.
That's facts. I love that answer, JB.
How about this? Before you give yours, KG, a Rainey Smalley, who just became a member. Shout out Rainey Smalley. Stay tough, healthy. I like that. Todd saying bye. Want to go get maybe a defender, maybe a goalie at the deadline. I'm more in a defender, like Justin Van. Get top defenseman. Jeff said score. Paul Thomas said Kool Aid knows.
You gonna read James's comment?
Bros not hoes?
No, bros. It's right underneath bye. Bye.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna read that one. Yeah.
We see you though, James.
Shout out James.
Yeah,
James has been bringing the fire lately.
This is going better than I planned, man. But my response would be keep scoring goals. The Red Wings have, I think, 12 players with double-digit goals on the year. That's absolutely insane. And in the playoffs, goals are going to be at a premium. So if you can continue to score goals even without your frontline guys, I think they'll be in good shape, man, to contend.
Love it.
The next question is a Tigers question. I think I kind of asked you that during the break. How can the Tigers avoid a slow start to the season in 3 words?
Oh, man. How can they avoid a slow start to the season? They can, in 3 words. I'm thinking about this on the spot. I'm live. All 238 of you watching live are seeing my head go, how can they start?
It's pressure.
Youth steps up.
Okay.
So they're young players. They don't need to be stars yet, but they need to have a hot start. Usually that's the thing that doesn't happen at the start of a big league season. Your youngest players, and this team has a lot of young players, don't always play that well right out of the gate. It's seeing pitchers for the first time. It's seeing major league pitchers for the first time. So as long as those guys start fast, start hot, I have confidence in the pitching staff to keep the runs low.
Yeah. Big facts. Kool Aid.
Thanks.
Look, I got a lot of faith in this pitching staff this year, and I think that they're going to need, what do I say here? Batting run support. Yeah.
Okay.
Batters run support. I'll do that.
Okay.
Help those pitchers out,
Help
baby.
those pitchers out, man. Hand a lead over to the bullpen and let them bring it home.
Big facts.
These are
Oh
funny.
my gosh. What y'all laughing at?
The chat is amazing. JB.
We'll read some after JB. JB, what's your answer, man?
I don't even want to check out this chat right now, but young and dumb. As Broder said before, there's a bunch of young players on this team. They're inexperienced at a bit, but hey, you never know. That could be the upside to this Tigers team. They don't know what the other team doesn't know what these young players can do and aren't expecting it at all. So just play young and dumb, you know. Try some new things.
That. Yeah.
And we know they're not young, dumb, and broke because Cole Key just got paid.
He did.
Yeah, that's true.
Go. But how about this? Big Con 51 says, should have signed Ohtani.
Yeah.
Lewis Bishop, pitchers stay healthy. Todd saying, sit Javi Baez.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Mike G, more mascots Resign pause now. Abayas don't swing. I love it. I love it. That was
pause is a
Dante 451. Hit balls far, Mike G. Is that right, Ermanni? Let's go. Pause.
That's right.
What about you, KG? You give yours, and then I don't know if Eduardo's on the line. Maybe we go to break and do your last three after break.
We can do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, he was trying to call back in. So
what's yours for the Tigers?
Mine, I kind of got to steal Kool Aid's. It's get bats hot. I'm not worried about this pitching staff. They added to an already good pitching staff. If they stay healthy, they'll be fine. But I need the batting lineup to really come with it to start the year. If we can get it to a good rhythm at the plate, then I feel like the rest will take care of itself. And that's a good way to avoid us starting 2-10 or something stupid, Get through the first month of the season with the almost 500 record.
Love it.
Yeah. We'll get that
that'll keep them in contention later on in the season.
KG's getting some love for the segment too, Mike.
It's awesome.
KG, this segment is fresh as hell.
Appreciate it.
Obi-Wan V, we back. Morning, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Obi-Wan, Anakin Sky Ogre's in the chat too. Bringing Star Wars together.
Man.
Whoa. Hiccup showed up early today.
Look, man, I can't wait to get back to this segment on the other side of it, and then also talk to Eduardo. But I gotta tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. It's a new year. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians, they take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. It's technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserve technology that's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. Once again, that number is 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Big Boy Seafood Fest is sailing in with a fresh catch of favorites. Dive into fish and chips, our new palm-crusted cod, perfectly fried clam shrimp platter, or a delicious fish sandwich. Try our new mango iced tea, the ultimate complement to our popcorn shrimp, our all-new fried pickles, shrimp alfredo, or shrimp stir fry. Experience all the sea has to offer every Friday night with our all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Every day is a fish fry, only at Big Boy.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Meet Big D Energy at the Michigan Green Industry Association event with Alta Equipment. Neil Rule and Darren D-Mac McCarty will be live on Tuesday, March 5th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So come by the Suburban Collection Showplace. That's located 46100 Grand River Ave in Novi. You can come say hi and talk sports with all of us. They got the latest products, technology, and service from so many exhibitors, including lawn and landscape equipment, heavy-duty equipment, snow equipment, trucks, nursery stock, chemicals, handscapes, hardscapes, irrigation, water features, and lighting supplies.
And
it's
even
great.
A weed whipper.
What was that?
And even a weed whipper.
And even a weed whipper. That was rough. The Michigan Green Industry Association event with Alta Equipment and Big D Energy. Check them out Tuesday, March 5th.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. Shout out to our brother as well, Flannel Sam. He will be hosting, one of the co-hosts on Big D Energy today. It's been nice to have him this week as well, man. Yeah. And shout out to our elite booth here, man. We got KG, Detroit's #1 draft pick in the sound booth, handling everything from the back wall to sounds to the phones. And we got Woodward Sports' MVP over here, Mr. JB Smooth, in the TD booth. Did I say that right, guys? TD booth.
Yeah, the TD booth.
And as always, our Detroit Tigers and Detroit
What's up,
Lions credential beat reporter over here, Mr. Matthew Broder. And your boy
Hello,
Brandon
Bobbit.
Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool Aid.
Credential Pistons reporter.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Damn
Hey,
right.
chat family, thank you guys for your support. Continue to hit that like button, share the stream, post the stream, get it out there on social media. We appreciate you guys as always. And the phone lines are open, 313-552-6322. If you have 3 words for some of these, any of them, definitely call in and give us your 3 words to any of the triple threat topics that KG has dropped today. Yeah.
3.
Definitely.
Trey, baby.
Trey ball.
3 goggles, right? Hey, but do we got Eduardo back on?
Yeah, we do. Let's try this again.
Eddie.
Eduardo.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
A little staticky, my guy. I don't know what's going on. KG, you said it sounds good coming in, and as soon as it hits.
I think it's on our end. I think it's just the system. But, sorry, Eduardo. You got to call back.
Give us a call at the end of the closer to the end of the show after 9:30. Hopefully we get it figured out. But Eduardo, we always appreciate you. You always come with the fire question. So apologies for that.
And try and drop whatever you were trying to say. At least summarize it in the chat as well. I want to hear what you had to say, man.
Yes.
He always brings the fire.
Definitely. We're gonna finish up triple threat with KG. Then we're gonna chop it up about Robinson and Fisk at the combine.
I see what you did there.
We're gonna preview some cornerbacks. But go back if you're interested in the Pistons. Kool Aid had an awesome segment starting at 8:15, talking about his experience at practice. But we are here with Mr. KG in the sound booth, finishing off our new triple threat segment.
Yes, we are. So these next 3 are Lions specific. So just so you know, get the chain on. Let's get ready.
Let's rock. You already know. Pet Lion.
All right, let me get some music going here. All right, first question. What is the right per year number for Jared Goff's contract?
The right per year number. All things aside, the signing bonus and whatnot. For me, and again, I'm kind of pulling this number out of nowhere, but it's right around where I think he should be. $48 million.
48 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll probably end up between 45 and 50. But I say sign him. Get it done. I actually don't know what their strategy is. Like, I change my mind either get it done or sign Amon-Ra, wait till next year to franchise tag. I don't know. But I think as long as you can get him signed for $50 million or less, I'm in full support.
All right.
Yeah.
Kool Aid in 3 words. What is the right per year number for Jared Goff's contract?
$45 million.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Did I even give 3 words?
I mean, technically.
I totally forgot the whole
$48 million. That's 3 words.
Yeah. Straight cash, homie.
Oh, perfect. That works.
Sorry, Kool Aid.
Shout out Randy.
Get paid, homie.
Yeah.
Hey, $45 million for Jared Goff. And like you, I'm not going to be mad if they kind of inch that number up to 47, 48 million either. Jared Goff, king of Detroit. He's proven a lot. He's now taken 2 different NFC teams to the NFC Championship. So
get that paper.
I'm cool with it. Get that
Get that Dunder Mifflin, baby.
Yeah.
Flubber.
I understand. JB, what's going on?
I'll agree with you guys. 45 mil kind of sounds about right. I think 50 is asking for a lot. It's a lot, and I think Jared is not that type of person that wants to sit here and break the bank. I figure he likes what Detroit has going right now, and I don't think he wants to rock the boat as much anyway. He wants to keep the guys here that he has that he can rely on. So I think around 45 mil is probably the right spot.
By the way, with you guys is 1 word, so I agree with you guys.
With you guys.
Yeah, 3 words. Yeah. You know, like Tom, we had a baby, eats a boy.
Yeah. Broder is the man. Do we got any comments to read off before?
We do, man. Look, people out there, they're kind of in the same range, man. Dante, 151, 40, 245. Denver Blair, 50. Kalamazoo, 46M. Eduardo O'Neal, 43M. Mike G, with the mascots, he's keeping it going. Re-sign Rory now.
I'm not seeing many over 50 mil. That's kind of the number.
Yeah.
That seems like that ceiling. Pay that man. What are you doing, KG?
Well, I might upset some people with this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Anything under 55.
Hey, no, that doesn't upset me.
Nah, so, and it's been 55 is around almost market value to where quarterbacks are getting signed right now. Me personally, if you pay him over 50, I'm not tripping because I'm confident in Brad Holmes to be able to rework the deal, front load, back load, or just do anything to restructure and get that cap number down when the time is right. So anything, anything under $55 million, I feel like is fair. He's done enough. He's took us to an NFC Championship game, 2 playoff wins, and hopefully more to come. So I think you get the deal done now. You sign the guy, and let's see where the chips fall.
It's definitely fair. Really, the price is what we want under 50 is because we want them to sign everyone else.
Exactly.
We want to take care. And can they do that at 55 or 60? But who knows? But that's a good number.
People got to realize we have a smart GM in Brad Holmes, man. He's going to figure out how to finagle the cap hit. We're not going to take a $50-60 million cap hit. I don't believe that.
Agreed.
So give the man what he wants, man. If it's under 55, I'm with it.
Pay that man, James.
All right. So the next question.
I love this segment.
What are your thoughts on how Brad Holmes should approach free agency?
Ooh.
In 3 words.
Stay savvy, chef.
Okay.
Stay savvy, chef. I just be smart. I don't need him to go out and spend big on someone. Would I like it? Sure, that would excite me. But as long as it's a savvy move, whether that is paying someone a lot of money or being a little bit more conservative for 1 more year or paying his guys or whatever his plan is, he's been savvy thus far. Let's just stay. Keep that way. I trust the man. Don't do anything out of your identity.
I feel it. Kool Aid, how about you?
Hey, look, the Holmes way, his last name, the Holmes way.
Oh, okay.
Like, just stay consistent. He's already shown that he knows exactly what he's doing. And if that is to just drop a bag or if that's to go out there and find a value, I'm comfortable with whatever Brad Holmes decides to do the Holmes way.
All right, JB, what is it looking like?
Let Holmes cook.
Let him cook.
Let Holmes cook. And what I mean by that is simple put, let him sit here and dictate all these big name players, all their deals. Because I guarantee you he's going to be a wizard at reconstructing these contracts and getting the price to where he wants, to what he likes for this Lions team. He's not going to sit here and overspend on any of these guys. He's just going to sit here and like, hey, look, this is the number that we like you at to join our team. If you like the culture we're building here, then hey, you'll love this number. And I guarantee you it'll be bountiful in the end.
I love that, JB. I love that. Some of the comments in the chat. Dad with Tourette's. Sign veteran defensive end.
That's 4 words.
Okay, yeah. He put it in as DE, so he followed the rules. That was me reading it wrong.
Okay.
I read it wrong. I'll take responsibility. That's on me. I'm your quarterback.
Get it together.
It's my fault. No Zach Wilson. Randy Smalley says same as always. So I think we were on the same page. Just do your thing, Brad. Chef Talks NFL. Get Chris Jones.
Ooh.
Shift got fixed the secondary.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
And that might be, you want a veteran cornerback? Maybe you got to bring back C.J. Gardner-Johnson or a new safety. Maybe it's Kendall. I like that, Shift God. Stay the course,
I see
James.
the winner in here, too. I'm just waiting for you to...
Shoot. Oh, David E. Walker? Get Taylor Swift?
Oh, Jesus.
James, stay the course. Shift God, get an edge.
It's from Mike G.
Chest bump Martha.
There you go.
Also, get Sheila hugs. Mike G, fire. Mike G again, draft Chop Robinson. Dante, get Jalen Johnson. Gromit, kick field goal.
Kick field goal.
Oh,
damn.
Man.
You guys,
it started off
one
funny, then I got
field
sad.
goal, just one.
Right, just one.
we're all having fun.
Yes.
That was great. What about you, KG?
So mine is spend some money. Keyword on some.
Okay.
To me, listen, I trust the Brad Holmes way. There's nothing against that. I understand they want the right culture fits in his locker room. I'm not mad at that either. But with the cap going up, I feel like there is no excuse for you to not go out and get some kind of higher tier defensive player to help push this defense along. We were so close to the Super Bowl. So damn close, man. And if we could have had maybe just one difference maker on defense, I feel like the game could have shook out different. So to me, go get a Danielle Hunter. Go get somebody that's premier but won't cost you an arm and a leg. There's plenty of depth in the free agent pool, and I just feel like he can spend some money. You can save some money too. Don't go crazy, but spend some money.
I'm going to paraphrase Xavier Dean here. He didn't answer in 3 words, so I'm going to make it happen. better cafeteria food.
That might be the key.
Yeah.
That might be the key.
They got a low grade on their list, the NFLPA list,
Very low
ranking
grade.
their everything about their organization. Cafeteria food or nutritionist wasn't so high.
Detroit food is way better than bottom of the list, so come on.
I was always wondering, there were a higher amount of Chick-fil-A bags in that locker room on a daily basis than I ever expected.
Come on.
And it's partly due to Chick-fil-A being fire.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about it being.
Come on.
Maybe
Allen Park do better. Our Lions deserve better, man.
You
That's
know,
an
after I
NFC
hit
contending
up,
team.
Big boy, I'm definitely gonna go and get me some Chick-fil-A as well. Though.
Chick-fil-A sounds
Yeah,
good.
Chick-fil-A is good, man.
Is this the last one?
Yes, I have one more
come
question.
on,
I know
dog.
we've been having so much fun here, but my
I don't
last
want it
question.
to end.
What should the Lions do with or at pick 29 in the first round of the draft in 3 words?
Oh, man.
Broder.
Nah.
We going acapella for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say you'll make the pick. I'm gonna say make strengths stronger. So go and get your offensive lineman if he's there. Versus settling on a cornerback because he's the best one available at the time, unless it's a cornerback that you are keen in on anyway. Make your strength stronger, which is more than 3 words there. But go and get whatever you think can make your team better. Maybe that's a wide receiver. Maybe that's I don't know. Just enhance what you got. That offense is fire.
It is.
Maybe if the top defense, maybe if Chop's off the board because he had a day yesterday,
Man.
or Braden
You know I'm
Fisk
big
or
on
someone
Chop.
you're targeting just isn't there. Go ahead and attack your strengths versus filling your holes.
I feel you.
Pause.
Unpausable.
That was unintentional, but
We gonna have to
I
eject
do
the tape
mean
in
it
a minute.
literally also. Like football literally. Golly.
Kool Aid, what you thinking, man?
You mean after his comments?
I know, right? It's hard to follow that up.
Listen, I was gonna say that as well. You know, kind of strengthen your already strong groups. But honestly, win the draft is what Brad Holmes does. I expect him to go into this NFL draft and absolutely come away with an A+ grade, no matter what he decides. Like again, just like with free agency, this is a situation where Brad Holmes, he already has his eye, I already know, set on certain types of players. He said it's intentional, it's an identity, it's one that resonates with Detroit. Win the draft.
Win the draft.
Win the draft. I'm not mad at that. JB, what's it looking like?
Oh, this one's easy. If he can't trade up, draft Darius Robinson right now. Run to the podium and get this guy. This guy started his football. Exactly. Pick. This guy started his football career late, but he has developed very fast in the time that he's been given. And honestly, he's a top draft pick right now. Just the fact that he can sit here and has played many positions on the defense. Hey, he's versatile, and I think this is definitely a Brad Holmes guy. So pick him now.
Bring him home.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
How about that? Kalamazoo says draft best available. The keys to wisdom: interior offensive lineman. I like that. James says trade that pick. Maybe up, maybe back. Draft Darius Robinson, Dante 151. John F. and Lord let Brad cook. Freddie Felt 313. Draft a corner. Randy Smalley says trade it up. I love this. Big Con 51. Draft Braden Fisk. You guys are on fire.
Yeah.
Fire. KG, how are you wrapping this up?
Listen, some people in the chat share.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. James. You said fill the holes. James
To
said,
wrap it up.
James said any hole will do.
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
Oh, my.
Any hole?
Yeah, it's one word. Any hole is one word.
We got some
Any hole.
sickos in the chat.
Yeah. You got a little apostrophe, so it's any old. Any old do.
JB put it up on the screen. There we go.
Any old do. True. Fill them. Or stuff them. Like Tavondre Sweat.
You know when it's a Friday show. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
Friday
talking
show
football.
for
I don't know
real.
what you guys, your dirty minds are thinking.
Hey, man. Me personally, a lot of people in the chat shared my sentiment. Trade up, please.
Okay.
So that's my philosophy. Look, I don't know. I can't say position-wise where they'll go because, free agency is kind of going to dictate that. But I feel like if he trades up in this year's draft, he's going to get a stud player. He's going to make a move for a player that's really going to help this defense take the next step. Hopefully that's at a defensive end position or a corner position. That's what I would prefer. But I'm not mad. But personally, I want a defensive pick, and I want him to move up for it. So that would be me. Trade up, please.
Give me Dallas Turner, baby. That dude is an athlete. I don't know if you see it, JB. Will you throw Eduardo's up on the screen? Because I do think it's the best one of the day. While we go, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about some of these draft eligible prospects. There we go, Eduardo.
You know what?
Broder announced pick. That's exactly what they should do at 29. Roger Goodell, I don't care about your $66 million a year salary. I got this.
Are you dapping up Roger as we get on stage?
Yeah.
Mike G, avoid them hoes.
Avoid them.
It literally looks like Ermanni's screaming that. Avoid them! Draft J.J. McCarthy. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
So Ermanni joke.
That is what he was saying.
Oh, man, you know what?
That was awesome.
That's it.
That was amazing.
That's it,
Wait,
man.
why?
It'll be back. That's not going anywhere.
It will be back. I'll bring it back.
All right, man. This crew is elite. This Wake Up Woodward crew is absolutely elite. KG, man, I gotta just clap, man.
Thank
that was a great segment.
That's 2 fire segments in a row, man.
Yeah, that was awesome, bro. That was awesome.
Thank you. Fire. I'm gonna start talking in 3 words for the rest of the day.
You're just talking in NFL blitz words. He's on fire.
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Let's rock. Let's rock. But hey, look, man, we gotta get into this NFL Combine, right? We got to kind of talk the results from the NFL Combine with the D-line, as well as previewing the cornerbacks. And the D-line, obviously the defensive line, that's where I think a lot of fans, they wouldn't be too upset if that's where they decided to turn to in this NFL draft.
I would love, especially after seeing them yesterday.
There's some good ones in there.
There are some good ones.
I'm going to set this up on a T-ball for you, fast forward.
There are some good.
This draft is deep for the D-line.
Deep draft.
Deep.
I feel like his brain is working.
Shout out T-Foss. Let me tell you about Big Boy, because the Big Boys were running fast yesterday. Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. I actually see what you did there, whoever wrote this ad. Catch it while you can. Dive into fishing tips. Their new.
Oh my God.
What?
To the break, please.
What happened?
Fishing tips.
That's it. That's it, Chips.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Big Boy, I love you. We're having fun right now. Everyone go to Big Boy. I gotta give you guys some love because we're jokesters today. So dive into fish and chips. Their new Parmesan crusted cod, perfectly fried clam strip platter, or a delicious fish sandwich from the ladies' man. A Big Boy must try the new mango iced tea, the ultimate complement to their popcorn shrimp Alfredo, or shrimp stir fry. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy, and don't forget, every Friday night, the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Let's go. I'll see you there tonight, Friday night.
Broder likes fish sticks.
Love fish sticks.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for 2 things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
60 years, Fairway Packing Co. has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef.
Long beef.
Experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks or order online at fairwaypacking.com.
Get your meats.
How about this, Jack Labrador? Football season's over. Spring training's here. The combine's here. Jack Labrador didn't go anywhere. They're here 24/7, 365 days a year. You can learn how to play on your phone by scanning that QR code or go to jacklabrador.gg. They got 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. And remember this, once you go Jack, you never go back. Check them out, jacklabrador.gg.
Let's go. Welcome back, man. Wake up, Woodward family, man. I hope you guys, your day has started off well. I'm sure it has because they're here with us.
Yeah, you guys woke up with us. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And we'll try the phone lines again, 313-552-6322. Once again, I got to kind of tip the cap over to KG for that last segment.
Thank you,
The
man.
triple threat was dope. The chat was engaged. We had some fun with that one. I look forward to that segment.
That was really amazing,
That was
KG.
dope.
We're going to bring that one back. That was a hit.
That was dope.
Definitely. Great tip.
Yep, and we got a few more segments here that I'm really looking forward to. We previewed that we're going to be talking about the NFL Combine. We also have what's trending with JB Smooth,
Yes,
the
sir.
most electrifying segment in sports entertainment, and we're going to get into it as
Is
well.
Lorena Rios in here yet? I don't see her. We got another new segment we're debuting. We're going to see how it goes after.
Hey,
We'll see.
let's
We'll
go.
see.
Let's go. And you know what? You guys, drop your mailbag questions in the chat. You can do that all throughout the show. We're definitely going to get to them when we get to the end of the show. As well as with mailbag, you got to make sure you tell the people about your cards a little bit later.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the show.
Oh, I got you.
Definitely.
I got you. Some of my favorites here right in front.
Definitely.
But while I'm talking, we're just going to do a quick review of the defensive linemen that went yesterday. So as I'm going through some of my thoughts, feel free to drop some comments in the chat who you liked. I'm definitely not going to cover everyone. So the fellas here, I know Kool Aid's going to be watching, but there were 2 guys that really stood out to me. A lot of people had a really good day at the combine, and their measurements, their drills, running 40s, vertical jump, broad jump. 2 guys that stood out to me: defensive tackle Braden Fisk out of Florida State, and edge rusher, defensive end Chop Robinson out of Penn State. They both showed out athletically like I haven't seen in a long time. I mean, Chop Robinson, absolute freak. He ran a 4.48 40-yard dash. That's 7th all-time for all defensive ends at the combine. Broad jump was 10 feet 8 inches, 34.5-inch vertical. This is a man who's 6'3", 250 pounds. He showed his elite athleticism.
So
He's climbing. He's climbing.
Yeah, so this is one in which you can actually say, no, this guy is athletic,
Yes.
and it actually stands a little bit taller than all the other athletes at the combine.
Yes. Yeah, look at this. Chop Robinson running at 40. Look at how smooth this looks.
Oh, my God.
He didn't even run a second time because he was happy. He wanted to be in the 4.4 range. He got it. Boom. Moving on. And Sam Flannel talked a lot about him yesterday as a player he's looking out for. He did some damage against Michigan. I don't remember what the stats were, but he was the reason the Michigan Wolverines football team had to just start running right up the middle every single play in the second half. And that's one of the best offensive lines in the nation for the last 3 years. So Chop Robinson, I was a little down on him or didn't believe in him as much going into this. And it's just the combine, the athleticism we knew was there. But I don't know. There's something. He looked good to me.
He did. What were you saying there, KG?
No, he was smacking Blake Corum in that game, man. And I've been big on Chop Robinson for like a couple months now. I saw some of his film, and the first thing that stands out is his explosiveness. He's really good at the point of attack at the line. He knows how to be physical. He's not afraid to play the run, get inside, but he can also, if he hits that edge, man, watch out. He's going to put some tackles on their heels. So, man, I'm big on Chop Robinson. This will be a great pick if we are able to get him.
Absolutely, absolutely. He was projected maybe 2nd, 3rd round. He's one of those guys maybe sneaking up end of the 1st round. These next couple weeks in interviews and meeting with teams, finding the fit. It's going to be a big couple weeks for him, but he's climbing. He's climbing.
And I know that the DetroitLions.com, they highlighted both the Robinson boys, Darius as well as Chop, as being potential fits or targets of the Detroit Lions. You really can't go wrong with either one of those players.
You can't. Or you also can't go wrong with Braden Fisk, defensive tackle out of Florida State.
Hey, educate me, bro.
Somewhat undersized when you think about 6'4", 292. He's tall but not super huge. But he showed he dominated all of the speed and explosion drills at this combine. That's something you want to see out of someone projected again in the second to third round. He may be moving up too. I would love to see him in the second round if the Lions could go pair him next to Lee McNeil, and then you got Broderick Martin coming up the ranks, really stuffing those holes up the middle. But I said he swept all the speed and explosion drills. Fastest 40-yard dash, 4.78. This is among defensive tackles. Longest broad jump at 9 feet 9 inches. The short shuttle time, 4.37. This is really, really good.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald at the combine, 4.39. So he had a better short shuttle time than Aaron Donald. I think you want to see some of his agility, his balance, his feet power. Check this out. This is a big man.
Look at that footwork.
He was by far the best I've seen in this drill yesterday. It's special. Again, projected second and third round. The Lions could snag him. It'd be a great little fit. He's got the motor. He's got all the intangibles. I didn't realize how athletic this man was.
Yeah. Special.
So just to highlight, we're going to move on to cornerbacks out of the break, but Tavondre Sweat, defensive tackle out of Texas, I liked what I saw to him. He weighed in at 366 pounds, which is a big boy. But that's what he was weighing in at Texas. He didn't weigh in at the Senior Bowl, so people were worried, is he going to come in overweight? Like, how's he taking care of himself? He's 366. They like it, and he looks smooth in the drills. He's a fairly athletic big man. Chris Jenkins, I love seeing him out there. He was the mutant. He showed a lot of agility, a lot of his athleticism shined in a lot of the drills. You see him go around the hoop drills. His bend and his dip was epic. And then some of the other edge rushers. Jared Verse out of Florida State, he had a big day, 4.58 40. I believe was second or third. And Dallas Turner out of Alabama. He's one who's going to be a first rounder. He might sneak into the top 12, top 10, but he's definitely going to be a top 20 pick. Dallas Turner.
And you know what? Yeah, I get it. The combine is only one part of it. The combine results for Brad Holmes and the way that he goes out to identify players. And we've seen it in his previous drafts. But as it relates to the Detroit Lions taking a step forward in terms of improving that defensive line, they're definitely going to be able to do that. I think if there's one thing that you can call, one thing that you know is going to happen, they're definitely going to improve that defensive line through this draft. It's like you said, put it up on the tee again. It's a deep draft for the D-line.
It is. And while the most important thing, especially to the Lions, are the interviews and what they see on tape, what you really want to see in this combine is whatever you saw on tape or whatever you're projecting, the players have worked to get better, whether it's improving times or they're doing things in the shuttle drills that you didn't really expect for such a big guy. You just want to see little improvements to show their work ethic in the offseason training for something. Those little things, not necessarily just the times, but that there's improvement. They're showing things that they want in that locker room.
Yep. And before we go to preview the cornerbacks combine, I just want your power rankings right now, if you can, like your top three in terms of who you would pick defensive lineman wise.
Oh man. A lot of them I didn't mention because I don't think they're going to be available. Like the Dallas Turner, I would love if he ended up a line. He's not going to be there at 29. I don't believe. Although he did show up in a mock draft I did last night out of nowhere. But it's hard to not want both Chop Robinson and Jared Verse now. Ruke Okororo out of Clemson, defensive tackle. He played really well showed out really well at the combine. Mohamed Kamara out of Colorado State. He had a good combine. I keep going back to Chris Jenkins. I'm trying to not be a Michigan slappy on this, but I just really like what he could do next to Lee McNeil. They're a similar type of skill set. We saw last offseason Lee McNeil really get his nutrition, his weight, his flexibility and stuff not under control, but he wanted to slim down to improve his explosion and his ability to get to the quarterback. That's almost what Chris Jenkins is. Jenkins maybe needs to put on a little bit of more weight, the opposite direction, but I picture those two with a deep defensive line. You just keep rotating through those guys. I can't move on from Chris Jenkins. There's something about him.
Where do you think he'll fall?
I think he's going to be a second rounder.
Okay.
He's someone might take a chance on him at the end of the first round or early second round, but the more I try to do as many mock drafts or look at different mock drafts from different sites, not just PFF or the other. There's a few other simulators. He usually shows up in that second to third round. The interviews are going to catapult him. He's such a good dude.
But you know what? I honestly think that Chris Jenkins, as you said, is prepared and ready for the NFL. Of course, his father played professional football as well, too. But I forgot what Michigan player said it, but The program of Michigan, yes,
Sandersville,
Sandersville. The program of Michigan just prepares and gets you guys ready for the NFL to be professionals, and that's what I think you're seeing right here with Chris Jenkins. Like, he's ready to go, and I wouldn't mind having him on the Lions.
He's on a Jesse Minter defense.
That's another one of those pick guys.
He said Jesse Minter defense, a Mike McDonald defense the year before. You're prepared to go to the NFL, and they do a lot of similar, a different defense than the Lions, but a lot of similar things in terms of just having depth on a defensive line, and in the line, you know, your front seven, and just bringing in fresh guys to go and get that quarterback.
Yeah, you know what? I can't wait to talk about these cornerbacks, but I have good news, I have bad news, and then I have some more good news. You know what the first set of good news is?
What is it?
You're freaking elite at covering the Detroit Lions,
I appreciate you, man.
Great job.
Thank
I'm
you.
serious,
That's
man.
great
I'm glad
news.
that you're our credentialed
You're
Detroit
elite at being a
Lions
hype
beat
man.
right
This is where I
around
get
the
all my
corner.
confidence for the day. It starts next to Kool Aid in the morning.
Listen, man, this crew is elite. It's like when you know you got a starting five and a six-man like we do, it makes it very, very easy. And that's good news. But I do got some bad news to tell you guys about as well. Is that insurance rates are going up across the board in Michigan.
They never stop.
They never stop, man. But there is good news. Swiss Insurance is here to help. Right now, more than ever, it's critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss will make sure your carrier does not slip in extra fees or raise deductibles. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today or visit SwissINS.com. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Hey, you guys, are you tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch?
Why, yes, KG.
Hey, come on. I mean, come on. You know you got that same old crusty Pistons shirt from years ago. Get yourself some new swag right now. It's the ultimate apparel swag we got right here at woodwardsports.com. Click on that shop tab. We got the Stoke Not Scared. We got the Sun God. And you know the draft day is coming up, so home cooked meal t-shirts and hoodies as well too. And show them off at the draft party tonight that you're going to have. But check it out at woodwardsports.com. Click on that shop tab. Guarantee you won't miss.
Hey, what up, though, Detroit? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. It's good to see the sun shining. I'm in here with my guys. Yo, the chat has been on fire. If you haven't yet, definitely hit that like button. If for anything, for the Triple Threat segment, or for Mr. Matt Broder over here covering and breaking down this combine from a credential standpoint, it's been epic. Or for what's trending with JV Smooth, that's also on the way as well. But you know what? The chat has been on one, and they're saying, they're kind of speaking our language right now, man. They are speaking.
Talking, what are they saying? Kool Aid?
They're saying they want to see shows versus shows, and if anything, they want to see us kind of in our athletic kind of place right now. I also see a couple people here. The keys to wisdom: Woodward Sports Home Run Derby, show versus shows. My money is on Wake Up Woodward. Broder's going National League with Homer skills. And you know, I want to do that, man. John F. and Laura, Woodward Home Run Derby, show versus shows, new show for Woodward. Listen, we've been talking about stuff like that behind the scenes. We've pitched like 7-on-7 football. We have pitched basketball tournaments. We have pitched getting out there on the baseball diamond as well. Listen, bro, I'm ready to even go out there and play some hockey. Like I said, I played it when I was a kid. I'll get out there on ice or rollerblades, and we'll get some work in, man. I'm Jerome Aginla out there.
Oh, come on.
Let's rock. Let's rock.
Calgary Flames or
Calgary Flames, yeah.
Who was the Panthers? Pavel Bure, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Joe McGinley.
Yeah, look, man, I want to make that work. At least us. We did make a promise at the beginning, like in our first week, that we're at least going to get out there as a crew, as a Wake Up Woodward crew, and start to do some things. Like I'm going to go to the batting cages. We got to go, and we got to race each other at the go-kart. As soon as the go-kart parks start opening back up again,
Whirly
we got to
ball?
go do that. Whirly ball.
I'm with that.
Let's go. Let's go, man. 3-point shooting competitions.
Slam ball?
Ooh, y'all already know.
I miss slam
y'all
ball.
see that? Look at that. Look at that. That's textbook, man. I could teach Asar Thompson something.
I was about to say it looks like Asar Thompson.
You could teach Killian
I
Hayes
like
something.
his form. What was that?
You could teach Killian Hayes something.
I got the lefty.
No, Killian Hayes is going to be out there learning from Kemba Walker wherever he is
Right.
in the world.
92 points. Damn.
Dropping 100-something points.
92 points. And we don't know where
14
he was,
threes
bro.
is wild.
That is wild. And this is a guy who didn't want to play for the Pistons, but
Don Rivera, ask that question again in mailbag if I don't remember. Appreciate you, dog.
yeah. But look, we got to continue on with the show, the NFL Combine, Broder, and I know you're gonna definitely probably
you know what
have
the
some
Lions
heat as well,
need.
KG.
Yeah, input needed, but you know what the Lions need? Cornerback. They need cornerback, and there's defensive backs, which includes safeties and cornerbacks and tight ends that are going today at 3 o'clock at the NFL Combine. But today we're focusing on the cornerbacks. I'm going to give you a couple who might be likely first round picks. Maybe they'll be available to the Lions at 29. And I got some sleeper picks for you. But if you guys got other opinions, let me hear them. Terrion Arnold. I don't expect him to be there at 29, but this is maybe the one cornerback. I haven't decided on Quinyon Mitchell yet. Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. I just put his video in Slack. He's a stud. I would love to move up and draft him too. But Terrion Arnold, out of the two at Alabama, I love Kool Aid, but Terrion Arnold's a beast too. He's got a little bit more experience, a little bit more savvy. He said when he got benched by Eli Ricks in 2022 at Alabama, Eli Ricks is now with the Eagles. He said it gave him a whole new mentality of what he needed to work for to then get to where he wanted to be, to become an NFL type player. He's 6 foot, 196 pounds, but he's got long arms. Brad Holmes loves corners, and he loves Alabama DBs. So this might be one of those guys you go get. He's a press man corner, very smooth athlete with fluid hips. When I say fluid hips, you might hear that a couple times in this cornerback section. That's what you want to see with cornerbacks, able to move their hips open and close so that they can turn and pivot, running backwards against some of the world's best athletes. Like the cornerback position is one of the hardest positions to play in all of sports. So you want to see that smoothness. Kool Aid McKinstry, his teammate, he also might be available at 29. You might also need to move up a couple spots into the 20s if someone doesn't snag him earlier than that. He's a little bit bigger, 6'1", 195, but he's got a high IQ. He's also got long arms and a multiple-year starter. And a bonus, he can return punts. So that's a little extra. That versatility. We know Brad Holmes and Dane Campbell love seeing that. And Aaron Glenn on defense loves having their guys able to play multiple positions. So you had a question or had a comment on Kool Aid?
Oh, well, not on Kool Aid, but Terrion Arnold, I've been big on him as well. He's really good, man. His man skills are perfect for what this AG defense needs. He's not too handsy. He doesn't get flagged a lot. And a couple key things, his closeout speed. Even when he's beat, the guy is a 4-4 type corner. So even when he's beat, his closeout speed is absolutely amazing. He even when he's out to play, he can still make a play. And then at Alabama, of course, people weren't throwing the Kool Aid McKinstry like that because of what he did. But when they were throwing the Terrion Arnold, QB rating 53. I believe it was like in the 53 range. So this guy, man, that's excellent. So this guy, he absolutely is good when the ball is in the air. And I would love this is why I said move up in triple threat for a guy like this.
I love it. In chat, let me know what you think about his press conference. The Detroit Lions shared a couple clips of him that put together here. It's about 45, 50 seconds. Let me know if you think this is a fit for a Dane Campbell coach Lions.
And you know what? Shout out to Gromit as well. You know, I know I've been on the whole Kool Aid McKinstry bandwagon, but he said Detroit don't need another Kool Aid.
Yeah,
shout out.
I believe it. You're very friendly. You like to share. I think you'd be okay if Kool Aid McKinstry
I definitely
paired here, but yeah.
But some of these other names that you've been talking about as it relates to the cornerbacks, obviously, I'm eager to see what the Detroit Lions do because I believe in this draft they're able to add a couple more impact players to this defense. It almost seems like, Brad Holmes just kind of had his pulse on things. Last year, it seemed like he split it. He brought in a couple impact offensive players, a couple defensive impact players, and this year, it seems like this is going to be a deep enough draft for him to be able to do the same. And if he wants to load up on the defensive side, he's definitely going to have his pick.
And I got two guys for you that are going to be later on in the draft, 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 6th round availability. But again, chat, let me know what you think about this video of Terrion Arnold at the Combine yesterday.
When I'm on the field, honestly, on defense, I feel like I can play any position, especially any position in the secondary. So with that being said, when I line up in the slot, I know I'm kind of like an outside linebacker. I have to field the run, I have to set edges, take on blocks, and I have to cover. When I'm outside at corner, man, I'm thinking about guarding my man, making plays for my defense, and getting the ball back. What was natural for me was a free safety. So I played free safety in high school, and I feel like my range is second to none. I could play free safety in any defensive scheme. And with that being said, I get my physicality. Like I told you, we ran a defense called punt the ball to Terrion, so I'm already physical. And then that corner, man, corner is just natural for me. My granddad always told me, Terrion, you're a corner, you're a lockdown corner. So I feel like I can guard anybody, and I can impact the games from there. So I can play any position in the secondary.
Sign this man now.
Goodness. Pick. And you know what? We're hearing those keywords, those kind of Brad Holmes words. He's versatile. That's what you hear, and he wants to be. He's one of those guys that I know if Brad Holmes, if this coaching staff said, hey, you know what? We kind of want to see you in this type of a situation, he's going to have no problem with getting out there. And what I like about guys who know that they're versatile is that when you do put them into other positions, they're confident about it. They're confident in their skill sets, and they're ready to just go out there and to do work. Listen, where in this draft, if Terrion Arnold falls, do you say, you know what, the Lions got to trade up and get him?
Eduardo O'Neill answered it for me. 12.
Yeah.
12?
If he goes to 12, he just made a comment about it. If he's 12, he's my guy. That's my guy at 12. You'd have to make a decision if Dallas Turner's available too. Do you go edge or do you go cornerback? But to me, that's the type of guy I want on this team. Yeah. You saw him talking about himself and his versatility and the things he can do. It was a confident type of arrogance, not a negative arrogance, but like a confident. I'm a lockdown. I'm a lockdown. My grandma told me I'm a lockdown.
Yep, the one you need as a cornerback.
Yeah,
you need that.
Fantastic point. You want that spiciness out of your cornerbacks. You want them to feel like they're the best player on the football field.
Deshae Townsend will have a field day with this guy. He will absolute field day with this guy. I think he's the one. He's the second best corner in this draft. He's better than Kool Aid McKinstry, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, move up and get this guy, man.
Brian Roos says, bro to Brad Holmes equals Mr. Wizard. Go up and get that man. All right, real quick, 2 cornerbacks that are going to be available. Where to have them projected. This first one projected in round 4 of the NFL draft, nickname Nudie. Dwight McGlothern. Dwight Nudie McGlothern out of Arkansas. This is a big cornerback, 6'2", 188. I don't know if you guys have even heard of him, but to channel Flannel's PFF stats, which take it for what it is, but it does paint at least a picture of what players can do at various positions. He was the number 1 ranked quarterback in the entire college football with a 91.8 grade. But he's one of those, he's gotten better and better each year. He started 2 years at LSU and then transferred to Arkansas and just continued to improve, continued to bring down that quarterback passer rating against him. It was like 150 his freshman year at LSU. Got it down to, I think, like 42.1 or something, like an absurd number at Arkansas. So that's SEC football.
Yeah,
they didn't have the most amazing year, but that's SEC football. Dwight McGlothern, a very big cornerback, who's got 2 quality seasons of experience. He's taken a lot of snaps, so he's smart, he's savvy. I would love if they found him in the 4th or 5th round, put Nudie on that Honolulu Blue defensive crew. I'm in. I'm in. And lastly, Chris Abrams-Drain, another cornerback out of Missouri, not Ennis Rakestraw Jr., Chris Abrams-Drain, projected a day 3 pick, 4th round through 7th round. A little smaller, 5'11", 179, but he has good length and good speed. So that makes up for it. He truly can run with some of the best wide receivers, some of the quickest wide receivers in this draft. So I really like him. He's first-team All-SEC cornerback. As the number 2 on Missouri, you know they weren't throwing to Ennis Rakestraw Jr.
Yeah.
So he got all of the passes his direction and had an incredible year. A lot of people don't know his name, mainly because they think of Rakestraw. But Abrams-Drain, man, he was good. He helped that Mizzou secondary a ton in 2023. So keep an eye out for Chris Abrams-Drain. He's going to be one you're going to want to see how he performs at some of these drills. I really like him. Long arms. Go and be a lockdown, baby.
Hey, I like that. I like that. And you know what? Brian Ruth, he said, I see a lot of moving and shifting in this draft, and we have the Tom F. and Brady of the trading game.
Yes.
Brad Holmes, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, the more and more that we kind of get into this combine, get into this draft, the more and more that you guys continue to break down the players here, it's like, how comforting is it knowing, though there are guys that we like, especially kind of in some positions that the Lions might not be able to pick, we know that there are a lot, that how deep this draft is and how kind of succinct, like the mindset Brad Holmes takes into these drafts, that he's going to go out there and get somebody.
Definitely. And if you want confidence, by the way, Eduardo O'Neill just put in the chat, sleeping on Caitlin Carson out of Wake Forest, cornerback out of Wake Forest. I didn't really, I haven't done enough research about him, but I saw one clip from his press conference yesterday. The dude oozes confidence. Like, he's that type of cornerback you want. I forget the exact words he said, but it was an epic quote. I just didn't have time to clip it. But Caitlin Carson out of Wake Forest, I think like third, fourth round maybe. But I can't go into much more depth quite yet.
And I'm glad you highlighted some of the corners that are being later rounds because not only do we need a starter, but we need depth as well. We let go of Jerry Jacobs and some more people from that room. So, yeah, I expect the Lions to get at least 2 corners in this draft. One top and one in the middle rounds.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Also, I got a real quick list. I couldn't find it on my page, but just some others to keep an eye on. You got T.J. Tampa out of Iowa State. Max Melton out of Rutgers. Kyrie Jackson. I didn't realize how big this guy was. He's 6'3", about 200 pounds, out of Oregon. Really nice podium session. Chow Smith-Wade out of Washington State.
Hell of a name.
Kamal Haddon. You know Brad Holmes loves Tennessee defensive backs. We got Cam Son, Emmanuel Mosley, Jalen Reeves-Mabins from Tennessee. Brad Holmes likes his Tennessee Volunteers. And Mikey Sanders still. He had some great clips yesterday. He's not going to blow everyone away with his measurements. He's little, but Sanders still, he's going to be a good NFL
He's
pro.
a worker.
He's a worker.
Yep.
He is a Brad Holmes guy. I don't think we really need.
Just about to say
I don't
that,
think we need him. He's not a. He plays Brian Branch's spot. Like he's going to be a nickel slot type corner. But again, if they're going to go best player available, you draft him, you find a way to use him. He's going to be a good pro.
And that was one of the comments that Brad Holmes stated as well, is that, you know what, they're not necessarily looking to just draft for fit, but they're looking to potentially not pass over who might be the best player at the position. He said your best players still find ways to contribute regardless of fit. But look, I know we have another new segment that we're debuting here. You guys see down there, Chin Music. I can't wait to cut the wraps off of that one, man. I can't. But first, I got to tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience, and you can be registered to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tourney. I want to see you guys there, so definitely make sure you get into Lady Jane's Haircut and get registered. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men is open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Give your pet the best. I do with my pet lion by going to Premier Pet Supply. It's hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers. With one major difference, it's family and locally owned and operated for over 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com. What up, though, Detroit? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. Thank you, chat family, for being active, man. This has been an awesome time, an awesome show. Continue to hit that like button, all right, you guys?
Hit it.
Hit that like button. Obviously, everyone's going to hit it one time, so if you haven't, go on ahead and do that. If you have, then encourage somebody else. Be a friend, right? But shout out to our elite booth as well, Mr. KG over here in the sound booth, and JB over here in the TV booth. Brother, I see you here with the baseball, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it just got me thinking, have you ever beamed somebody?
I have, Kool Aid.
Oh, wait, you look too happy about this.
You look too excited that you did that.
I don't know if I ever told you this story, but in baseball, there are situations where sometimes you need to send a message. Sometimes you got to throw some chin music at the hitter.
Stop leaning over the plate.
Stop leaning over the plate.
Stop crowding it, man. Back to.
There was a situation when I was at Michigan playing Northwestern. How do I tell this story? This was part of the biggest comeback in American baseball history. We came back down 14-0. We ended up beating Northwestern 15-14 in 10 innings. But in the fourth inning, when I came in to pitch, their number 4 hitter, their cleanup hitter, in the fourth inning, and already had 2 home runs, about 8 or 9 RBIs. He was really comfortable all series long. My pitching coach came out to the mound, called the catcher up. He goes, "You better effing hit this guy right now. You better throw." Let's go. Literally, and I never had a coach actually tell me that. The catcher went back. He gave me the how do I describe that pitch? He gave me you wiggle your middle finger around, and that's the FU pitch. You throw it at the batter. The unwritten rules of baseball.
We'll let that one stand.
You're supposed to aim under the shoulders and above the knee. So you want to hit them in their butt. You want to find some meat. You're not trying to hurt the person. You're trying to throw them off their game. You're trying to back them off the plate. Just get them, lose some comfort.
Yep.
I hit the guy. They didn't score a run the rest of the game. We ended up winning 15-14. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never been so nervous.
Yeah,
did
he charge the mound?
What?
Did he
no,
charge
he
the
took
mound?
it. He wore it. And I hit him right in the back, right in the square of the back. Gave you one of these.
Right. Did he give you a dirty look at least? That would have been me. I'd have been staring you the hell down.
Yeah.
How tall was he?
He was big. He was probably 6'3", 225, 230. I mean, this guy, Lashmet, that's his name, Lashmet.
Just putting him out there.
Yeah.
If you forgot, I'm the guy that hit you. I'm the guy.
Just saying.
Hey, got him the dub.
Just saying, the game changed. So, that inspired, that was part of the inspiration for this next segment that we're calling Chin Music. And I'm going to get out in front of this. This was inspired by the Big D Energy's RIP Tuesday segment. So, Neil, we're copying you. But this is our chin music. We got a legend up here throwing uppercuts.
Joe Louis, man, the Brown Bomber. Let's go, man. We got to put on for Detroit any way that we can.
We got it. So, the basis of this is going to be quick. What in this last week of sports, what have we talked about or anything, even if we haven't talked about, there's someone, something, some topic that deserves a little chin music. They irked you.
Yeah. And you know what, chat family? Get your chin music in the chats as well. Definitely. We want you guys to contribute to this segment just as much as we are.
Yes. So what in this last week really got on your nerves, really irked you, so you're throwing up and in, giving them some chin music, or you're throwing an uppercut like this dude right here. And you guys want to start?
Look, I was going back and forth between the Packers GM and the freaking Ross versus the Detroit Pistons. Look, the Packers, I ranted on both of these. I ranted on both of these this week, man. But the Pistons, man, the referees taking wins away from this young team. Oh my gosh, because it's not just, we talked about it, we broke it down. It wasn't just about what was happening to this Pistons team. It was more of the microcosm of the Detroit versus everybody. Believing that, you know what, Detroit is just insignificant. We can do this and walk away and nobody will care. We care, whether it's happening to the Red Wings, whether it's happening to the Lions, whether it's happening to the Tigers, the Pistons, any of us, the city, Detroit versus everybody, man. it just invoked something. It really did. Look, the Packers GM talking, it's like, bro, you ain't done nothing since you even been there. The Lions have owned you, so you don't really matter to me. But this one, for whatever reason, it really got my blood boiling. As it related to the Pistons and the referees, it just kind of set my mind to this whole Detroit versus everybody, and all of the times throughout kind of the history of Detroit sports and the city of Detroit kind of catching unnecessary L's, man. I'm just, that's my chin music, man.
I love that. See Jonathan Lord, Shawn Michaels hitting everyone in the office with sweet chin music.
Damn right.
Yeah, there's one from Mason Leach I want to read, but I'm going to hold off just in case one of you guys have it also involved. Either you want to go, KG or JB.
Go ahead, JB. Oh,
that's so cute.
Oh, all right. I'll go. I went back and forth with this because I had a couple of them on here that I wanted to do, but I think I got to do this one. And shout out to Pistol Pete Spyback from E&E. He's the one that actually brought this up to my attention as well, too. Why isn't Leap Day a bigger thing?
Why isn't what?
The Leap Day a bigger thing. Remember yesterday was February 29th? Like, why isn't that a bigger thing? Why aren't we celebrating this just a little bit more? It only comes around every 4 years. Good point. Like, we all sit here and go batshit crazy when the World Cup happens. Like, why isn't this celebrated a little bit more? Why can't we make this a holiday? Or, you know what? Make it a National Sporting Events Day. You know, we have, like, a couple sports going on during the afternoon. I love afternoon games, so hey, and I know damn well there's like a lot of birthdays on that day as well too. So some people are like literally 6 to 8 years old, and I feel bad for them because they don't get to celebrate it as much. So I really do feel like, you know, Leap Day should be a bigger thing. So I went a little bit off sports, but that's just me.
It could be anything.
Anything.
It could be anything. Sounds like you have a problem with the schedule, the calendar makers.
Yes.
Isn't it not even an official day?
No, it's not even an official day.
Yeah. Chin music. Chin music. Let's go. KG.
Hey, listen, the Packers GM is low-hanging fruit, man. We're not even buying into that garbage. But I was trying to pick between these two, but I'm going to just give them both, man. First, the Trade Cade crowd. Stop it.
Oh, my God.
Please stop it.
Let's go.
Please stop it, man. Listen, if Cade wasn't on this team, we wouldn't even be looking at double-digit wins, man. I understand it took a while for him to bounce back. They kind of folded on the season last year because of his shin injury. But all he needs is time to mesh with this young core. And this team is going to look a lot better. They finally got some decent pieces in here, some young talent that's hungry, that want to be here. And it's going to make the difference. It's going to take a while, and hopefully Troy Weaver can get his head out of his you-know-what and get this thing together. But stop the Trade Cade nonsense, man. I know Kool Aid is in agreement with that.
Slow clap for you, brother.
We got to stop
Kool Aid
it.
slow clap of approval, man.
He is an absolute star in the making, man. We can't let him go. My second is Juwan Howard, man. And shout out to Flannel, man, because he's been changing my mind about this since he started this crusade about fire Juwan Howard. When you really look at it, it's not looking good, man. I don't see how he can stop the bleeding at this point. It's starting to get bad. I know it hasn't always been his fault. As far as like, you know, the athletic director, you know, kind of blocking the Caleb Love move and things of that nature. I don't know how much support he has with Ward Manuel and, you know, things of that nature, but he has to do something on the basketball court. Losing by 30 this last game to Rutgers, absolutely disgraceful. And it's just been an embarrassing season. They've blown so many games this year. At the half, like it's been bad, man. Juwan, he has to be on a hot seat at this point.
Has to. And you were right on it. Mason Leach. This is what I was holding out for. Mason Leach said, my chin music is Ward Manuel.
Yeah.
He says for keeping Juwan Howard, but other point, not keeping Caleb Love.
Yeah. I don't know. It was
others.
An academic type deal, but it's stupid, man. We should have had him. This team will look a lot better if Caleb Love's on this team.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, we're 5-man crew with a 6-man and Terry Foster. Thank you for having Flannels back this morning, KG.
Let's go.
With the Juwan Howard chin music, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, man.
My chin music, I'm throwing up and into Ohio State and their fans.
Top the Michigan helmet real quick.
There we go.
There we go.
On August 18th. That's before this last season. You know, all this drama around Michigan and, you know, early contact with recruits and buying them a cheeseburger and stuff.
Burger Gate.
Ohio State self-reported 4 violations before the season.
Not 2.
Not 3.
Not 3.
4. And all we heard all year, especially out of Columbus, was these get rid of the Michigan team. The wins don't count. They have an unfair advantage. All this stuff. Ohio State, come on. I knew there was something more to this. And let me be clear, the violations were nothing. It didn't affect the competitive balance.
Right.
I really don't care about the thing. They did self-report them, and it doesn't really matter what they were doing. It's just all season. It was them.
It was.
That was just poking.
It was.
At Ann Arbor and at the University of Michigan football team.
Crying,
so
Ryan.
I'm throwing up and in on you guys. Are you Ohio State?
And listen, this is just my opinion, but to me, beady-eyed Ryan Day has been the cause of this whole thing. To me, facts. He is the one that started this Connor Stallions thing. Nobody can tell me different.
Yeah.
So, and that just started the cascade along with Burgergate and all the other BS. But hey, we here now. We national champs.
Yeah, bang.
They can't take it away from us. So it is what it is. But beady-eyed Ryan Day, he's on borrowed time, if you ask me.
Hey, man, we got some chats. Let me see here. Oh, where'd it go? Mike G had one. It was going at Ohio State fans. Mason Leach, Ohio State fans act like what they did was okay. No, it's not okay. Melbag. Oh, we'll save that for Melbag. Chin Music. I'm sick of Sam punching the crap out of me. Sincerely, Air.
Nice.
Sincerely, Air.
Sincerely, Air.
Hey.
Yo.
Wait, what'd you just play real quick before we go to break?
That was
HBK.
Shawn Michaels dancing.
This is HBK?
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak. Oh, man. Well, that was awesome. Thanks for indulging me. Triple Threat, Chin Music.
I
Triple
like
Threat's
that one.
definitely here to stay.
Yo,
Chin
and
Music.
nobody asked as well, just real quick, can you put that back on there? He asked, is that Joe Louis? Yes, it is. The Detroit legend, Joe Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know you was talking about me. My bad.
Oh,
I
no,
got
no,
you.
you're good. Yeah, we'll throw it back up there on the screen so we can see Joe Louis one more time.
Where it go?
If
Where
you
it go?
guys don't know, that big old fist monument out there in
Oh,
Detroit,
yeah.
Joe Louis, man.
Hey,
Shout out to him.
Detroit has produced some of the best boxers in the sport, period. So,
Facts.
Man, they've
Yeah.
produced some of the best feats in sports, period. From
That's facts,
boxing
yeah.
to basketball to hockey. The Lions a long time ago, and then what they're about to do now. That's why, man, my Chin Music, I'm standing up for Detroit versus everybody.
Shout out Clarissa Shields from Detroit.
Oh,
She's one of the best female boxers, women's boxers, in the world.
Yeah,
Shout
she's
out.
a dog, man.
She's unreal. Unreal. One of the goats. All right, let's take a quick break. I know JB. We got mailbag questions, but I know JB is cooking. He said he's got some good stuff for us today.
getting prepped.
I'm already. We're going to 10:05. Crew, I'm making that decision for us.
All right.
Let's hit break.
Let's do it.
What do we got coming up
Overtime
next?
We have Feldman.
Feldman, I got you. Feldman Chevrolet. Since 1996, Feldman has been offering a first class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. They got 18 locations, so there's got to be a dealership near you. Just visit feldmanauto.com to find that location nearest you, and check us out there on Monday and every other Monday at their Feldman dealership out in Novi. Feldman Chevrolet. They are Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Big Boy Seafood Fest is sailing in with a fresh catch of favorites. Dive into fish and chips, our new palm-crusted cod, perfectly fried clam shrimp platter, or a delicious fish sandwich. Try our new mango iced tea, the ultimate complement to our popcorn shrimp, our all-new fried pickles, shrimp alfredo, or shrimp stir-fry. Experience all the sea has to offer every Friday night with our all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Every day is a fish fry, only at Big Boy.
Listen, Woodward Sports has all your Detroit sports coverage all day long. What are you doing if you're not watching us, man? We got the Woo crew in the morning, Kool Aid, Broder, JB, KG, and Sam Flannel. You know we bringing the heat. And then right after that, we got Red Wings legend Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Big D Energy, 11-1 every day. But if that's not enough for you, man, we got Michigan legend Braylon Edwards and Fox 2's poster child Ryan Ermanni on Ermanni and Edwards with Tom Mazaway. Every day 2 to 4, and finish your day with the heavies. My boy Easy, my boy Spin Mo Racks, man. They help you bring the nighttime in right. So look, man, Woodward Sports is your #1 Detroit sports network all day long on air and social media.
What up, though, Detroit? Welcome back. It's Wake Up Woodward. Thank you guys for starting your day with us. We are very, very thankful and appreciative. Almost at that like mark, guys. Continue to smash the button if you haven't. If you have, encourage others to do something good for us this morning. And continue to support the crew.
I've been waiting. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. It's actually March 1st.
It is March 1st.
I've been dreaming of that since literally high school, being able to say that live
I'm
on
about to
some
play
air.
that later on.
And now
I know, me too,
bro.
Yeah, March 1st. Quench my thirst.
But you know what? Stephen Davis said, what's trending with JB is why we are here.
Yes.
And I know that. I get that. You know why they're doing that? You know why?
Because
it is the most electrifying segment in sports entertainment. If you smell what JB Smooth is cooking with, what's trending?
Jay Pizzle. Hey, what's going on, fellas? All right, so I'm going to start this off real quick and run through a couple of these. So I got to give out a shameless plug. Shout out to the Motor City Rockers. I'm rocking the jersey that they gave me right here. It's got my name on the back. If you're not pause. And if you're not doing anything this weekend, come over to Big Boy Arena and hang out with the Motor City Rockers. They've got 2 games on today and Saturday as well too. I of course am your DJ, so I will be playing the tunes over there. So just come and hang out. And you know, these guys are really talented. They're hardworking, and they go out there and play every single night to the best of their ability. So shout out to the Motor City Rockers. But let's get into it because we are
just really quickly because I do want to say this. We're gonna have to have a show towards the end of it where we absolutely go through and kind of tell some of the things that our crew has done and is doing as well. Because that's awesome stuff, man. And for you guys to be able to kind of find some ways that you can support us even further, it's kind of supporting stuff like that.
Hey, JB,
not a problem.
JB, I need the plug on that jersey, man.
Oh,
that
I got
jersey's
you.
Fire,
I got you. You know I got the hookup on there. I got the discount, man. I got the discount. But like I said, since we're going into the weekend, I have a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
If you woke up tomorrow with $10 million in your bank account, what are you doing this weekend?
Quitting Woodward Sports.
I love y'all.
Buy it.
I'm out.
Don't quit it.
Buy it.
Yeah.
Literally $10 million.
$10 million in your bank account. If you woke up tomorrow morning with $10 million in there, what are you doing? Wow. Chat, let me know as well too. What are you guys doing?
I'm getting out of Michigan. I know that.
You leaving Michigan?
me and well, I might come back, but me and the lady is definitely taking a trip. That's the first thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Someplace sunny.
Definitely.
Sunny and 75.
Oh yeah.
On a beach.
Go on one of those like 6-month long kind of cruise packages, man.
Yes.
And just kind of
By
relax.
the boat.
Yeah. Definitely. Man, that's actually a crazy question because now I'm sitting here like, what would I do with that much money?
I'd probably take a nap.
Hey, JZJ in the chat hitting dispo. That's a lot of dispo.
Randy Smalley, I'm heading to the island.
Headed to his island, not the island.
Yeah, his island.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be careful.
Oh yeah.
Mason Leach, I'm 100% investing my money into stocks and bonds and starting my own company. I feel good.
Smart and responsible.
Yeah.
Lunchbox Hooligans, buying a couple strip clubs.
Smart.
I mean, you can do that as well too, I guess.
In Atlanta. They have to be in Atlanta.
See you whining and grinding. Up on that pole.
This is where yams is appropriate, brother.
Yams on the pole.
If it was more like $1
feast.
billion, I'd buy the Pistons.
Ooh. Tom Gores ain't gonna sell, man.
No, he's probably not.
Not to a black man. Definitely not to a black man. We just gotta keep it real, man. I'm sorry.
Well, damn. All right. This is gonna make this a little hard to transition into.
Save that money.
But I'll try. So, question for you
Culture
guys.
Friday.
You guys know of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Well, let me introduce you all to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from Indiana State.
No.
Oh! This man went off a couple days ago. Robbie Abel. 35 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and a field goal percentage of 58.
Let's go. That's one of them like Sunday Rec League legends, bro.
Look at this dude go.
Oh, Mitch McGarry, baby. Let's go. I love his passing.
Look at that.
Number 21.
He can definitely run with the 5.
Sign him to the Pistons.
Right now.
Look at that 3 and D.
Hey.
Inside, outside.
Man's got skills. He got rebounds. Look
Andre
at this.
Drummond, who?
Ooh.
Indiana basketball, baby. Shout out Freddie Phelps.
He got a 2-inch vertical and he's doing
2-inch
work.
vertical, but he's still killing it out here.
Oh my God!
You see, big men keep the ball high. Don't bring
I
it
don't
down.
know if he's jumping or if he's just standing on his tippy toes.
He ain't jumping.
No, he's not jumping.
This isn't rebounding.
He do it all.
But guys, what do you think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Hey, he can run in the 5, man.
Yeah,
What is he doing
absolutely.
Sunday for the
What
rec
is he
league?
doing?
For real. That behind the back pass was nuts, bro.
Yeah. No, the one when he went to the mid range and then kind of dropped it off to the cutter.
That's an all-time nickname too. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem
It's
Abdul-Jabbar.
borderline pause worthy.
It's very borderline.
Very close. I mean,
Very.
Hey, just for safety, it pause. Okay.
He
Yeah,
needs to now be the star in Airplane 2.
Exactly. And lastly, I'll send you guys home with this little bit of a heartfelt moment. Shout out to Shaq. He's definitely one of the people that I would love to meet and have a beer with one of these days. But he was able to congratulate his daughter on becoming a McDonald's All-American.
First of all, I want to say I'm so proud of you. I love you.
Thank you, love you too.
And we wanted to present you with this, with your All-American. Go and check it out.
Not much shorter than that.
No, she's really tall. Too.
That's fly.
Yeah.
That's fly.
Kobe.
24 McDonald's All-American.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you think you can beat Kenny in the three-point shoot already?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Kenny, like, I want smoke.
She's ready to hold.
Every head must bow.
That's all you
Every knee must bend.
And she's not shooting from the women's three-point line. She's shooting from the NBA in front of Kenny.
That's Shaq's kid.
No,
You know she
every
got
head must bow, every knee must bend. You see the pressure? Cash
Got
out.
it, baby. Bang, bang.
Oh, that's pure. That's pure.
So shout out to Shaq, man. That's a very cool moment there. But that's it for what's trending. Let's get into some mailbag, fellas.
JB, great job, brother.
Yeah, man.
As
We don't
always.
just zoom by that, man. Hey, these segments have been fire. Our booth is elite, man. This has been a great show, man. You guys, chat, continue to hit that like button, and let's get your mailbag questions in.
Let's do it. While you look for one, I've got one pulled from Mason Leach yesterday that we didn't get to at the end of mailbag. Yesterday, he asked, "What's the better odds? Brad Holmes gets a second pick in the first round, or Brad Holmes moves out of the first round and gains 2 more second-round picks?"
He's moving out of the first. I see that as more realistic.
Better chance moving out of the first round than getting a second pick in the first round.
Yeah, the more we cover this thing, the more it seems like, there's a lot of value if you can actually pick up some extra draft picks in the second, third, fourth round.
Yeah, I'm with you. And to have a second pick in the first round, that means your trade to move up in the first round didn't include number 29, which I think it would have to.
Yeah.
A team, you go with the Broncos at 12, they're going to want 29. Plus.
Yeah. Either way, you're going to have to give up some capital to get a second first round pick.
100 piece. So I do think better odds, Mason Leach, that he gets 2 in the second round. He moves out. Love that. Dom Rivera, unless you got one, Dom Rivera 88, asked me earlier. Said, bro, did you bet lefty, and how good of a hitter were you in high school? I do bet lefty.
Oh, switch hitter.
I throw lefty too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm all left.
Predominant left.
Yeah, all southpaw.
Oh, okay.
Primary, all 100%. I hit pretty well in high school. I hit 407.
Okay.
I didn't hit in college, so I took that time off. But then when I went to pitch in Germany, or play in Germany, they let me hit 2. So I got to get back into it. I hit horrible for the first 90% of the season. Like, we're talking like 150 average. But then I ended my career there 21 to 25.
How is that transition going from pitcher to hitter in the same
It is very
season.
hard. And I would never have been able to do, like, if I had made it to the minors or got signed by a minor league team, they wouldn't have even messed around. But because I signed with the club out in Germany, all the clubs operate differently with different amounts of money and stuff. So the club I was with, they want their foreign players, their 2 or 3 American players, to do as much as they can. They're investing in you. They don't want me to just pitch, 1 day a week. They want you to pitch, and then I played first base and I played outfield.
Otani make it look so easy. That's why
he makes it
really
look so
does.
easy. He hit a home run in his first spring training game. Otani,
Of course.
just signed a $700 million contract this offseason.
But if Brad Holmes was in baseball, you'd be his type of player, right? Versatile?
Versatile? I like to think so. Throw that change up. What's that move? What's that dance?
The whip and
the
nay-nay.
whip,
Oh,
the whip and the
Lord.
nay-nay.
Please don't bring that back.
Yeah, don't bring that back.
No?
I was so
No.
glad when that died.
You don't like my white Cool Whip?
That's a pausable moment again.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
I just had it, yeah.
But real talk, Lil Dicky on Sway in the Morning, he had a freestyle a couple years ago where he worked that in.
Yeah.
I forget the line. It was an epic freestyle.
Yeah.
Shout out Harry Mack too. Yeah. Best freestyle of all time.
Shout out Lil Dicky, man. That show was hilarious. He's got on FX.
Dave?
Yeah. Oh my God, so funny.
Eduardo O'Neill, mailbag. What are you willing to do for a peek at Brad's top-rated players?
Just seen that too.
Yeah.
What would you do to peek at his top players?
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd pay that $10 million question. I'd give it all to Brad Holmes.
Give it all to Brad Holmes.
Honestly, and I don't think it will ever happen. But you know how you raffle at charity raffles or whatever, they give away experiences.
Yeah.
Imagine how much someone would pay to just be a fly on to sit in the war room on draft day or draft weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I would do just about anything to join Brad Holmes that
Listen
weekend.
to Brad on the phone making them trades,
just
man.
to hear what's going on, what's he doing.
Hey man, come on, you know you don't want this player.
Right.
Come on, you know you want to trade over here,
right?
Actually, he doesn't even have to do anything. All he has to do is just pick up the phone. Hey, it's Brad Holmes. All right, who you want?
Right.
What's wrong with Bo Callahan? I don't know, man.
The question is you ready for Brad Holmes once he makes the pick? Because you know he coming to get that good back slap, that good push,
I need to get in the gym, get ready for that.
Yeah.
Get big.
You got to prep for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, here you go, John F. and Lord. And this is something we talked about as well, kind of off break. And it's going to lead, I guess, perfectly into what you got up there on the desk. He says, mailbag, if I provide some hockey card packs, could you make a segment out of it? I think they're from like 1997 to 2000. I want to open up cards from all the different professional teams, man.
Yes. We could definitely, but I would want someone, if we're opening hockey cards, actually might know a little bit more about the later 90s cards, but if we're opening them, I want like a hockey specialist to help make sure we're not passing on like an epic card that I'm not familiar with the player or whatever. But yes, John Lord, we can do that.
You know what? I got to read this one too, and then you can talk about your cards. Brian Ruth, this will be the last one. He says, why is the morning show the only Woodward show that puts in the work? Look, we love all of our other guys on the network that do put in work, but Brian Ruth, we appreciate it, man. We do. Man, the chat family, you guys have been epic. This is the end of week 3 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 15 shows, baby.
15 shows,
almost
man.
a month.
You guys have been awesome, man. It's definitely helped make this show, I think, what it is to a large degree, especially with this elite cast that we have and this reinvigorating us.
Yeah.
I feel like the post-trade deadline Pistons, only we're winning a little bit more. But all the stats are turned up, man. Let's go.
There's a lot of noise out there, like we are restricted to do things or talk about things. We got full creative. We're just trying to put out whatever you guys want to hear. We're trying things. We're talking hockey. Mm-hmm. It's not boring.
It's not gay.
It's we're having fun. We hope to bring you much more just Detroit sports content.
Yeah. One more, just real quick, because it relates to what you brought up in what's trending.
What's up?
Mid-May, where can I get that jersey?
Oh,
if you want to plug the Rockers one more time.
Oh, yeah, the Rockers jersey, the purple one. They have a couple ones on their website right now, but check them out at MotorCityRockers.com. Go to their shop page. They definitely have a lot of great and cool styles, and I think you can honestly get a couple of them like personalized with your name on the back of it. Mine has, of course, my name on the back of it, but, definitely go and check them out. They got a lot of cool things there. Hoodies, hats, T-shirts, even the chain, too. I got a chain, too, in the car.
Dope.
Nice.
I miss the Rockers indoor soccer team. You remember them?
I don't.
It was in the Vipers era.
Yeah.
At the Palace.
I remember the Vipers.
The Rockers. Motor City Rockers?
There was a time where we had, arena football. We had the indoor soccer.
Fresh
and
on the
we had the
Fury.
Vipers.
Yeah.
That was a pretty crazy era in sports.
I remember I went to one Vipers game and saw there was a player, and I think he ended up moving up to the Boston Bruins, but he scored Sergei Samsonov. He scored 9 goals in the game. There was like 9 dangles. It was the most incredible hockey feat I've ever seen. No feat like Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, hey, I think that's a show.
Yeah.
It might be.
Let me break this thing down, man. For the sound booth, it's our guy, Detroit's #1 draft pick, Mr. KG over here. Great job with the triple threat segment, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, for Woodward Sports' MVP, we got Mr. JB Smooth, and I'll say it one time for you guys. In the titty booth. Let's ride.
The titty booth.
Mama.
DJ.
Shout out to Sam. He's going to be on Big D Energy. Sam Reynolds, Mr. AKA Flannel Sam. Shout out to our 6th man as well, Terry Foster. And for our Detroit Lions and Detroit Tigers credential beat reporter and writer, Mr. Matthew Broder. And I'm your boy Brandon, AKA Detroit Kool Aid, your credential Detroit Pistons beat writer and beat reporter. It's been a great show. You guys, if you haven't yet, smash that like button on the way out. Share the stream, post some comments and all of that. Have a great weekend. And you guys, boots on the ground for the Wake Up Woodward crew. We will be at the Oakland University game this Saturday, 6 p.m. If we see you there, if you see us there, definitely call us out. Say what up, though. We want to be able to feature you guys, and we'll probably have some content that we can play on Monday's show. Thank you guys, as always, man. Blessings. What up, though? This has been Wake Up Woodward.